من الان میام. موبایل ایفرز هستی تو استریم؟ داداش قطع شده بود استریم. مهدی نیست. یه چی بگم پشماتون بریزه. اون مپ میریجی که من فکر میکردم ریتینگم قرمزه، من ریتینگ ثبت شدم بالاترین ریتینگ تیم. پشمام. عجیبه واقعا برام. 1.53 ریتینگ زدم باز باختم. 1.34 باز باختم. 91 باز باختم. 1.40 باز. عجیبه. داشت قرمز بود ریتینگم هر موقع ببازم اوکی داشت. 100 میپذیرمش. چند جا اصلا حتی مثلا ماهانم مثلا میزنه منم میزنم جفت سبزیم باز میبازیم. بابا داشتی. مرسی که پین کردی لینک دونیتو. من هر استریم میگم این سری دیگه پین میکنم بعد هی یادم میره. آی فرز پاشو بیا تو استریم داداش. دو تا اسکین گفته بود الان چتش هم ندارم من چون استریم قبلی بود. نظر چی همچین کاری کنیم ها؟ آن یک کلیک مونده. موافقی؟ مثلا دستم سور بخوره دستم بخوره. مثلا موز خودش تکون بخوره یهو مثلا رد بدن ازش. اه. چرا رو پریمیوم مچه باگ شد. استارت کنم. اه. یه باید وریفای کنم داداش، وریفای کنم. پاسپورت باید بگیرم. من این نهار بزنم جنگی بیام بچه های 10 دقیقه استراحت هم بکنم، بعدش بیام برم گیم یا نرم گیم نمیدونم. آیفرز اومد. آیفرز داداش اسکیناتو بگو. پرتاب که خوبه داداش. مستر استریم نمیدونم چه غلطی داره میکنه. 10 دور قطع بس شد. اسکینا رو بگو برم تست کنم. منتظر بودم داداش. وایتالتی بازی داره. میخوای با هم بریم ببینیم. اوکی با هم بریم. بذار من نهارمو بیارم اینجا بعد با هم بریم. کریم فریک که خیلی خوشگله. این ماهان داره. نه ماهان نداره. ماهان نداره اینو. چطوری بلیز؟ خوش اومدی داداش. بلیز میاد چت میده خی خی بعد میره. همیشه همینه. بده اون یکی تام بده. اه اه اه. یا شانس آوردم استریم کی نیست. این قشنگه. خب بعدیش هم باید ببینم. اینو فعلا اوکی. بین دوتا موندی. اخ اینم قشنگه. هیچی منم موندم. گلافز داری؟ چیزی داری؟ ست میخوای بکنی یا همچین فرقی ندارن. اوکی. ولی این به گلافز من چقدر میاد؟ افروتاید گلد جم هم خوبه. فردان میگه داداش مشتی یه در حد. اومدم. در حد $10 میخواد بخره. یک از بچه ها تو دراپ گرفت. تو دراپ اینو گرفت داداش. 8 دلار گرفت. دمش گرم. فلتست اوکیه. حالا اینی که من میذارم با فلتست زیاد فرق نداره. چه خوشگله این افروتاید. پترن داره. بنفشاش میفته روش یعنی. بذار ببینم. پرپل جیمز تیر وان پترنش اینه. میخوام ببینم این چرا کلی پترن هست. من اینو بیارم. آها هر کدوم یکی هست. 69 مثلا چیه؟ این سایت هم داره دیگه. فرقش چیه؟ بیا فیکس شد. بنفشش اومد رو. به به. بذار اول جواب آیفریز رو بدم. من خودم کریم فلاید نظرمه. نظر من نوویراگه داشت. نوویراگه خیلی به گراب من قشنگتر میشد. خودم بخوام بگیرم دومیه رو میگیرم. اون تا جفتش واقعا قشنگ. زیادم فرقی نداره. میتونی هر کدوم عشق کشید بگیری. جفت شبیه هم بودن. مهم نیست کپیه یا نه فرزند. مهم اینه که پترناش اینجا نوشته دیگه، چیز خاص دیگه نمیخوام دنبالش نیستم. مم. اوه اوه اوه گلدم میشه. اینجا قشنگتر هم هست. راست میگی راست میگی. فرزند چی میگه؟ باید گوش کنی دیگه داداش، گوش کن. عشق من یای فرست. گلد جم با 4 تا گلد استیکر. پترن چند بذارم؟ استیکرارم الان میذارم. چرا ننوشته گلد جم؟ یا اینه 119. The best نوشته بود. 119. استیکر از کجا بذارم داداش؟ پایینش داره. نمیتونم ببینم اینجا دنبالش میدم. با استیکرهای چی؟ گلد. سورت بای پرایس. بلو نمیتونم بذارم. 4 تا اینو بذارم. الان گلدش هم تست میکنم. چیز چرتی در آوردم. مرسی. بیگ گلد کوپنهاگن. کوپنهاگن نداره که. استکهلم. این میشه. انتورپش بالتره. یا اینش با کلونش بال نیست. وایتلتی شروع شد الان رفتیم وایتلتی الان رفتیم. داشت بساز داداش. آه! چرا نمیاد؟ خود انتورپی. الان من چرا آپدیت نمیشه این موندم. باگ میشه آخ. به کنسولش این دفعه کپی کردم. اه. چه خوشگله. وای وای خیلی میخوام تو دستم بگیرم. خب داداش میشه بهم بدی؟ مرسی. وای این چیه؟ inspecting game. نه ریجوین بدم. به به به به. خیلی خوشگله. فکر نمی‌کردم استیکر چقدر خوشگل بچسبه روش. آقا بریم وایتالیتی ببینیم با هم. نظر چیه؟ بریم وایتالیتی ببینیم جنگی. وای بالا نمیاد. سایتش cs2inspects.com آقای فراز. مرسی که وی پی ان کار نمیکنه. این وی پی ان میزنیم. این وی پی ان که بزنم یوتیوب به زور بالا میاد. اوکی. و الان غذا رو میارم. بذار وایتالیتی رو برای شما بذارم بعد برام غذا رو بیارم. این ور توی یه تب دیگه هم یوتیوب هم فیکسه هم کیکم. من این ور بالا نمیاد. ربطم داره. آره وی پی ان خیلی خوبه. منتها چون من دو تا جا همزمان بازه سرعت نت کم پایین میاد. غذا فقط عرفان. انقدر خوشمزه است که نخوردین شما تا حالا. کیکم استریم میکنن. آخه یوتیوب هم فیکسه اینور برای
Een heerlijk avondje barbecuen.
اینا فکر کنم توییچ هم استریم کنن دیگه. همه جا هستن.
Van de beste ingrediënten tot de mooiste momenten. Hier komt alles samen.
بابا بس نموزم. کپی رایت نخوریم حالا. نکن عرفان استریم فامیلی فرندلی. همه بزرگسالن.
Makita at ngayon sunog na sunog ang kanyang paa. Pero makakuha ng isa silang dalawa.
چرا عربیه؟
Apex showing up as well just in time.
نمیخوام من عربی گوش بدم.
GL here tried to prowl around inside the site pero iniikutan na nga siya.
لهجه پاکستانی عربی داره یارو.
Now on our hands makihiwalay ng landas yung mga natitirang players ng Vitality dito. There's a possibility. Yun nga lang walang utility na pwedeng gamitin itong Vitality.
دو تا تبلیغ دیدم من سر داداش.
All gunshots, all gunfire to decide this round.
Yeah, very dry ang pag-peak dito ng Vitality. It's a two-pronged
Guru
approach.
Chan,
One
the
in market,
Vitality.
one in short. Spotted na dito ang ating bench player. Flamesy also making his presence known. Kensizor.
اصلا دقت نکردم از چه کانالیه سر همون.
Medyo late lang sa kanyang swing doon.
نه اصلا
And he
آلو.
gets got a round win para dito sa B8. Another round. Another expensive round. This time for the challengers. So medyo equal tayo ngayon. It's still very early to tell, no?
اینه اصلش اینه اصلش اینه.
His teammate won't even make it.
داداش این چرا بازی موزه داداش. ریدم من داداش. بازی نمیتونم بالا بیارم.
Very nice job. Hopefully able to still get away with his life.
وایتالیتی versus کجا بود؟ نیدم. B8 بود فکر کنم. versus B8.
I mean, you can survive behind a pile of bricks.
EWC English.
You know, that's if you're as long as you're on Inferno. Everybody else you'll die, but if you're right next to the bomb, you'll be good. But what's not good right now is this.
11,000 تا بازی داره خودشه. این خودشه. خودشه حال کن. مردی داشت مردی 11 که پریمیر لیگو گیر کردم. اینم زیاد خوب نیست. میشه کمک کنی؟ داداش من خودم مالی نیستم داداش. سولو بزن بازی یاد بگیر. بعد چیزه اشکال داشت من اصلا پریمیر نمیزنم کلا فیسیت میزنم. من نهار بیارم الان میام. چه گیر کرد.
one flash to make a move with. They've done so early. And if you're Flames there, you kind of wanted the ramp fight from that. So not expecting much in this one for Vitality. They see the full A exec and Bait have an empty bomb site just to move into. They're going to try a couple of little gimmicks here. Boost up through this gap in the smoke.
I'd love to. Run boost through this, but they just start charging together. Flames drops in. He gets a one. Wait a second. Hold up.
الان بهت میگم نهار بخورم بهت میگم.
This is a 2v2 out of nowhere. Tap for Zywoo can't finish what Flames he started. He's found 2 frags in this round.
داداش وضعیت وخیم ها 480 باید ببینیم فکر کنم.
He's found 2
وای
frags in this
کیفیت
round.
نگاه
Zywoo
کن.
is done for and
برو 720 داداش نمیخوام.
Zywoo is done for and Bait stabilize in what was a terrifying post plant for a second. Whew. Don't want to be losing that round, do you?
No. Can't believe it got so close, but you know, that's Vitality for you. Do a good job of causing a lot of chaos. What was meant to be a
وبکم ببندم دارم
round,
غذا
Bait trying to
میخورم ها
keep
نظر
everything under
چیه؟
wraps by just throwing in an
اذیت
exec.
نمیشین یکی میبینید در حال غذا خوردن؟
And we still don't get to have an AWP for Zywoo. Sizzy likewise, not donning his. And in the same way when they won that opening round over towards B, they just went right back to it. We're going to get back-to-back A hits now. Util comes in. And Vitality not in the position to try and fight ahead of this Util. This one might be down to a retake as well.
They've done a really good job at stalling the scaling out, though. Look how close Vitality are now, and there hasn't even been a bomb plant. These smokes are going to fade soon. Molly comes
الان یه قد
down
نشد.
and triple. We've got problems here for Bait. They're not going to get this plant now. It's a minute on the clock with no util on the T side. They've got to fight their way out of this round. And Vitality are
مپ دیگه
very
نمیخواد
aware
ببینین
of
دیگه
that,
مهم نیست من
pulling
ببین.
back and letting Bait make the next move.
5 به 5 هنوز زنگ بدن داخل.
Starting to feel very, very awkward. Isn't it?
یه 10 ثانیه بریم عقب بچه 10 ثانیه 10 ثانیه تمام شد دیگه لود میشه حل.
Starting to feel very, very awkward, isn't it? Again, you're just hoping that like someone fights you here so you can find a kill, kind of shore up a
بازارتی
bomb
کامل
plant,
اومده بود
and
عقب
down,
دیدی
but
منتظر
lose
پلن.
Alex in the process. Swing out from Mezzi as well over towards shore. And this retake starting to happen. Essential trying to change that.
Okay.
And as Kenzor gets aggressive, these two have good post plants now to play around this bomb.
ببخشید بچه.
Flames, it's a tricky clutch.
تمومه فیکسی ولی.
Smoked down, but never given the chance
فیکس
to use
فیکس
it.
all good داداش.
They
برو
were
که
in a
رفتیم.
very uncomfortable position, but able
این وی پی الان داره کار میکنه. من فقط میخواد اذیت کنه. 3 تا وی پی ان زدم من الان که بتونم بازی ببینم. توییچشون چجوریه؟
For every click, every clutch,
تبلیغات
every
که اصلا ایزی
respawn,
بالا میاد،
we were
فقط
there. Now, the proud founding partner of
گیمش
EWC,
نمیاد.
powering the biggest event in gaming, shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion, reach your impossible. For every click, every clutch, every respawn, we were there. Now, the proud founding partner of EWC, powering the biggest event in gaming, shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion, reach your impossible.
Let's see what these orbs can do.
همون جوری هفت ول کن دیگه داداشی.
Orbs can do.
علی هم که فقط داره میخنده، بازی نتونستیم ببینیم. خوش برگشتی های فرز داشت 480 ببینیم. راضی، من راضی نیستم، خودم راضی نیستم. 480 اینجوری میبینیم. اینو میرم اینجا، گوش بده به من، گوش بده، کارو برای در میارم الان، نگران نباش. اوکی، این میاد اینجا.
All right, bit of a mid read.
480 هم دوت نمیشه. فقط دوباره من لایک کردم، چرا لایک زده بدون لایک؟ اون بعضی وقت باگ میشه.
Vitality, they try and fight for it.
حل دو شدی بشین ببین.
I mean, we've seen how a lot of these rounds have gone with Bait kind of hanging around and waiting for those
این
aggressive
کار
moves
جمعه،
more
چون
often than
480
not. This time,
رزولوشن
they
پایین
do get
میبینیم
handed an aggressive move,
که چی؟ چشتون اذیت نکنه.
and they're ready to deal with it.
Yeah, and that's around where Bait play 3-4 at the top of middle. They haven't actually committed that many numbers to mid.
تو میام غذا بخورم قد میشه، میبینی؟ الان اینجا.
He felt like they were going to get a favorable fight, but now Bait get the 5v4.
ایشالا مچ بعد ما فیکسیم. اوکی بذار من قشنگ فیکسش کنم دیگه.
Get to reset, go back to what's been working well, which is another execute. No lurkers needed. It's an all-in.
استیم الان چک میکنم فرزان.
One man here. And
شما
it's the
بشین منو
Vitality
ببینین تا من
captain
چت
all
فردا چک
alone.
کنم.
That song into that mix.
Very quick back to B. This is going to be the hit. And Messi has no help. Can Robs get in the right position? He's had a slow start to this.
داشت یه سوال، کیک وقتی لود شد وی پی ان قطع کنم استریم کامل میره یا نه؟ فقط چت نمیتونی بدی.
Just ignore middle.
اوکی. الان وی پی قطعه.
Stack either bomb site. They make the right move.
بذار بدم پشمام.
Taiwu looking good, really. Like since he's had this AWP, he's hit every shot that's come his way.
آقا all good. All good.
No complaints now for Vitality, because despite a strong start for Bates, this can very quickly peter out on the T side of Mirage.
دیگه الان بشینیم ناهارمون بخوریم. ساعت 5
Now with
خورده.
their money, how it is, it's going to cost them one more round. Even come round 11, it's going to be ugly without a bomb plant.
Going back to B, but this time I guess you're going to try and go on a bit of an earlier timing, right? Maybe figuring out the Vitality had been given so much time to piece together where that last one was ending up. So this time it's just Alex lobbing in some util flashes to try and bring the pistols, bring these saved guns into the round. They don't clear Mezzi. And that proves to be a massive problem. It just gets 3 players back-turned.
And which players? The 2 rifles. The 2 Glocks jump out the window, they make it in, and then Mezzi lines up 2 rifles back-turned. I mean, they're both looking short. Neither player looking for the B anchor. Maybe thinking he's bench or backside, but Mezzi's aggression pays off here. 2 kills, and then the third when he picks up the rifle. So nothing in that round for Bait. That's kind of worst case scenario, and I actually like the Bait eco this. They want one more full attempt to even the half out. They know Vitality have woken up.
I mean, it's this Zywoo warp that's been the turning of the tide, right? From the moment it kind of came out, that's where Vitality have started streaking some of these rounds together. And now that they control the money game this late in the half,
Ayo!
they're starting to feel a little desperate. Oh, this push gets broken up. And you got a Tech 9 and a Mac 10 to try and break through this site hold. It's not happening. This went from, you know, potentially a great half for Bait. They were in a commanding lead.
به چی میخندی
They had a
فرزان؟
clear game plan, just running these execs, but as the game's gone on, the
بسیم باز پیام
finances have
دادی؟
improved for Vitality. As they've kind of warmed up into this and pieced together how Bait are trying to play, they're now looking to win out on the half.
هشتی چنل نیست دا. باید خودم بذار چک کنم الان بهت میگم. دو آخرش بردار. دو آخرش بردار فرزان.
So many ramp flashes, Essentials waiting for it. Knows that Vitality have had this position whenever they want it. They won't overcommit, hopes for a flank. Nothing material.
الان چک نور بزنم فرزان تو رو خدا. خیلی گوش نمیدم.
They know Bait have played some very slow rounds. Apex's curiosity, a danger. Staying in the right side of window late. But he will take his escape route when it's given. Zywoo in a new position.
عشق منی.
Should be no way City can get this kill with his AWP here. As he backs up to hold util for his team. There's the push for Vitality that we've been waiting for. Palace clear.
And it's nice about having Palace is, you know, you could, if you wanted to, just kind of drop a player off here. A strong position.
Hey.
Play around that bomb plant. Flames goes early. MPL on this lurk. Still, the A site
جمع کردن وایتالیتی
in these
پشم.
forward positions proves to be too much to deal with. Essential does
حالا
what he
مرسی بعد
can,
فالو دایزم خوش اومدید.
but just at the mercy of that trade from Rops. And the Sizzy AWP shut down. Vitality, after a kind of slow start here, go on to recover in this first half.
Yeah, not surprised that they hold on A well there with Rops and Flames on default, but I think the key kill is Mezzi getting MPL out of spawn. He gets the kill that's going to shake that whole round up by shooting Apex in the back on rotation, but Mezzi comes out market and wins that 1v1. Without that kill.
برم نون بیارم.
7 round CT side after starting down in the mud. 5-2 returned by Vitality. A struggling game from Fate's in-game leader. Whereas for Vitality, everybody is in ship shape. Full Kevlar for bait, 2 sets of util for Vitality, and something on this A site, it seems.
Yo سولاب خوش اومدی داداش.
Maybe just going to try and give Bait a bit of a taste of their own medicine. An exec heavy T side, they roll one out the gates in this pistol, and it's Flames. They get the ball rolling on this pistol round. Oh, even with a turn there out of Zaiwu. Bomb now planted. I mean, look at the
آخرش
positions
اگه
he's got.
لایوی ردیت کنم شب عشق من داداش بابت ریدت از همین الان دمت گرم کلی بابت این پیشنهادت منتها من فکر نمی‌کنم شب لایو باشم هم عکس کلا شب خوابم
Things have gone wrong. Alarm bells ringing. Apex couldn't make
Bravo,
up
میشناسی
for it.
من
And that
نمیشناسم
kind of
دقیقتش.
whipped opportunity on the wraparound. That's going to cost you everything.
That's a tilt of
من 9 تا 11 شبم چیم
that one. They had a great position.
برقمون
They had
قطعه
flanks. I was committed connector, low health in the corner, and him and Apex cannot finish that one player. Oh dear, disaster hits Vitality.
Dude, I mean, Essential's having a great game. No doubt about it. He's the guy just causing all this chaos over in the con.
Boom.
که سر سولاب جان بذارم چنل تو ببینم یه
Sure,
فولو
Apex
بزنم
Swift, but you still have to hit the
نمیشناسم
180 onto a flanking play you didn't know about.
ببخشید بازم اگه
Got the ult
نمیشناسم
straight away. I think he bought that for himself, so young man is confident here. Youngest player at EWC and CS. And 8 against Team Vitality.
I mean, this is just very interesting, right? Because early days, I think you saw some of the struggles, right? Some of the lows, but the highs were fantastic. Like some of the sequences this guy can put on have just been phenomenal. Yeah, and then just over time, you're hoping that that's the version of Sizzy you get more and more regularly. And I would say he's definitely making strides in the right direction.
It's just crazy that, you know, even the best players in the world weren't playing tier 1 CS at his age, you know?
مشی تولدت بود دیروز تولد مبارک سولاب جان الان دارم میبینم لایو آخر زده تولد مبارک داداش انشالله که برچی میخوای برسیم خدارت هم بکنم اسم این قیافه دقیقاش آشناه برام تو اینستا دیده باشه
Nice hold for Essential. It's not the guy you want to run into. 2 burst headshots comes through from bench, and even though Apex finds the timing, they're considering it. Backs checked. 30 seconds. It's Zaiwu, or this one's over, and Sizzy has made that so. Missed shot does connect, but Bait gets 7. Vitality's forced by in the mud.
سولوکیو نمی کنیم پریمیدیم من با رفیقم بلند 2-3 نفریم خود لیل چندی با کسی که نشناسم هم حقیقتش پلی نمیدم ولی خب استریمر اینا فرق داره آره لیل 10 هم
deal with this mid hit alone, ends up on the receiving end of a Mezzi Deagle. No window smoke felt like a big invitation to take the all.
من هشتم شبا خودم میریم با بچه‌ها عالی عالی
That's exactly what Vitality wanted.
To probably shuffle that gun out of there. But it's Vitality.
اون زنگ میزنم داداش من الان میام
commit to middle.
درو باز کنم
It's Zaiwu holding for a second kill.
رفیق تای و سیاوشی ایول ایول عالی عالی جمع کانتربازای قدیمه
Zaiwu is considering this, but he is locked in. Only Zaiwu can get out with that kill. 5v3. It's
سیاوش اگه باشه باستام هم اینا هم احتمالا باید بزنیم آره باستام هم میدم صبح اکسن من الان میام بچه
So you were handed a very scary looking round here if you're bait. You've started to regain some semblance of control.
Next Deeg is everything here. And they line up instead. So 5v3 returned here by Bait. And it's Alex from the bottom of the server with 2 kills coming into this round who gets a multi-kill. Had the right gun for the job. So we're still giving it a go. But not meant to be here. MPL triple. And Bait back in the lead indeed.
داشت invite هم بده بیام سامسابری boost کنم.
I mean, rounds like that, man, they're high stress because the
I'm
whole
just
time you're
kidding,
thinking,
bro.
like, we really
Sorry.
can't lose this. You know, you're not supposed to. This is where you're meant to kind of breeze into the lead. This is the free round. So do a good job of keeping composed and reeling that one back in. Helped out as well by this lineup here. As the Flames both just a little eager to put those Deegs to work. Guns back out now for Vitality.
چرا no reaction دادش؟
Really important
یه
round
تو
if
گوهی
Vitality without it,
نیستی.
we're gonna see Bates.
یه
Double
خنده.
digits, almost certainly.
There hasn't been a great deal of brawling around middle in this game yet, but it feels like Vitality are hoping to change that. Going back for this mid control, 4 players here right off the top of the round, all to try and get this boost going. And so Messi will make it up into the window. Kentazor's here as well. Good catch. They still don't know about Messi.
سامسابری آره داداش آره. من روک بخوام بگم نه اوایل خوب نبود اصلا. استریمشو کلا دنبال میکنم. ولی اخیرا جدی داره قشنگ بازی میکنه. من خودم واقعا گویی نیستم که بخوام مثلا چیزی بگم. ولی خب.
He's just going for it, sending in, somehow reacting and getting that kill. Cannot tell you how.
Apex here with the bomb though. This could be a massive issue if he falls, just gets out.
آفرین نسبت به قبل عالی آره.
Look at what it's done. Alex, who was leaving, hangs around, gets that trade, and Bomb now dropped. Suddenly you're playing for the kills here if you're Vitality. Bomb is up on the ledge, so they're not getting that back. Time's going to expire on this one, and Bait forced their hand. A 9th round collected, lead getting built on. And Rops' save, not even a guarantee, but he looks to get out with that AK at least.
Oh, disastrous there. Apex even got his first kill, but it's the low health that
PRS رو نمیشناسم. نیکنیم دقیقش همینه؟ نمیدونم. زیرون که داداش.
And that feels like the lead is right there for the taking, or rather double digits right there for the taking, because Vitality have no money. One saved AK, Zywoo could buy. They could force something around this. It would be pretty crazy.
آخه نه میدونی چیه یک آخرش آندرلان A نداره PRS آندرلان A.
Drops can come through with a winner.
باش من خیلی رو میشناسم. پارسا رو نمیدونم اسمش پارسا یا نه. اما مثلا امیر زیرون رو میشناسم. سامسابری رو میشناسم.
Just another massive multi-kill from the
captain. زحمت کشیدی ها.
2 kills at halftime. Doubled in that anti-eco in a 3-on-5. Doubled in this round to break Vitality's money, but Zywoo still buys. So 2 players committed. You need results out of this round. You can't just be getting wiped. Bomb plant feels like a bare.
امیر جون رو بشینم استریماشو بدم آنالیزش کنم بعد برم تورنمنت اوکسین جلوش بازی کنم.
Vitality backing their aim.
برو عزیزم برو روزت بخیر.
Oh, that's rough.
مثلا علاماتو میشناسم من.
Had a golden opportunity and entry. Instead, it's just a fleet of opening kills for this Bait squad. Zywoo gonna get one back. Why not make it the double? Mezzi's joined him. As is Yorp deals with Mezzi, and they'll leave it to Zywoo in this 1v2.
They could be anywhere though.
اوه داره میره سمت دو
Getting
نفر.
aggressive. Pushed out towards the palace, pushed out towards ramp. He's just dropped down and Zywoo's heard that, but
نه پیارس رو
now it's
نمیشناسم.
going to hurt him on the run. And yeah, with Sizzy scoped up palace side, feels like they know. Zywoo just taking one or two steps too many on this rotation, not expecting an aggressive move that is very well handled.
اصلا یادم رفت فرضم به پیام
And
دادی.
they just keep building upon this lead. They're showing no signs of slowing down. You said going into that round, you know, you needed something from it if you're Vitality. Sure, they'll be cobbling a buy together, but it's lacking as Zywoo AWP. Doesn't have all the bells and whistles in terms of the util.
This keeps up. We're not going to see that T-side AWP, and that was the game changer for Vitality in the first half. As soon as they got that AWP out, they started winning rounds. So problematic here, that's for sure.
And they just don't look fearful. I think they've had really good reads on the
What
game.
fun.
Even thinking to that Kenzazor round where he just never gives Mezzi the chance. It felt like he was aware, you know, of the potential a player can be in window.
Oh, here's a flash. He's dropping in.
There's the swing. MPL handed a double. And now trying to battle for mid. They've got two players trapped behind these boxes. Transfer for Flames was nice, but it's four players peeking him. The simple numbers game there in that mid fight. And we just keep looking at Vitality left in these clutches, you know, hoping that a massive individual effort will be enough to get them through.
And it's yet to happen, right? They've been in all these positions. We've had no clutch factor for Vitality in this game. These rounds are really hard to win, but it's something that Vitality have done many times. Now, this patience from Robs might pay off. But it's top mid he needs to worry about. Central wraps the spawn, window peek, and Robs. Oh, it's messy, but he gets it. It just costs so much health, and Knife Out is going to seal his fate. 11-7 on Bates map pick. They are running away with this second half. Love that play. I mean, they even hear the flash coming in or see it. They dodged it. But MPL just mauls them in lower.
Yeah, you just got to love the way that Bait have been playing this. You know, well-timed, aggressive moves. You see frustration setting in for Vitality because they feel like they're getting, you know, read like a book. And whenever they're trying to get to these staging platforms, you know, in the past they were at least getting mid control, but now not even that safe. You're getting shut down looking for middle. They've just really had their finger to the pulse. Very comfortable knowing what Vitality can do at any moment and reacting well to it.
Bait lost this maps. Lost this map.
داشتم تو هم آیدی تلگرامتو میدی من با مادریتورم در ارتباط باشم.
Clearly they went back to the drawing board.
یه وقت کار چیزی بود با من حرف بزن.
Pick it straight away in a new season after it being the bane of your Cologne run. A run that was impressive, remember. 3-0 in stage 1. They went 0-2 in stage 2 and then reverse swept in BO3s. And yeah, they got 0-3 in the third stage, but I'd say it's already a pretty good major for Bates. So this Mirage uptick is massive and looking to take down one of the top dogs in this game. They could do it here and now, but Vitality push forward. One final ditch attempt here to stay in this game.
All right, Rob's going to collect his on this lurk. But it's two heavy hitters still in the picture for Bait. MPL hoping that Robs gives him this kill. But it doesn't come easy. Essentials left saving.
Shame, top performer in the wrong side. Can't have any impact into this round. It's just an explosive hit for Vitality. They go back to simple.
Yeah, exactly that, right? Just kind of take a bit of complexity out of this one. Contact out towards the ramp, bit of util to bring them in. Not too many moving parts on that round and not leaving it to the default where they've just been getting picked apart.
I like that they've never called a timeout in the second half. Bait, it's just been going so well. Finally, they break
آره اوکی همین چی بهت میگم. اصلا کلا که تایمات نده. اصلا هیچی فوج هم داد به من یارو تایمات نده. اوکی هم الان بهت میگم. چیز خاصی واقعا نداره مادریتور شهر من بودن. فقط و فقط در صورتی تایمات بده که طرف به استریمرهای دیگه توهین کرده. همین و تمام. دیگه هیچ کاری نکن. با بحث‌های سیاسی و مثلا صحبت‌های اونجوری کرد. یکی این وسط من اینوایت داده بود. الله.
From you. Vitality know the chance that they have here to try and save themselves on Mirage. They just got to get through this kind of broken bait buy. Orb for Sizzy. Rifle on Essential saved out of that last round. But it's SMGs for the rest of the gang. And you might think they were going to go back to another exec on the side of Vitality after it went so well in that last round, but they will go looking for this mid control, giving it a bit of a prod at the start. They don't have info on middle, and they're lent very heavy into this B stack.
Needs this entry. And he needs it clean. That will do. Nice tap to the CT spawn. Gives a lot of room to Vitality. I mean, Bait, you could be thinking about saving right now. Vitality have the entire site. Bait don't have the weaponry for this retake. They don't have a kit. So as Rops puts that bomb down and Vitality back up, there are no kills being given here to Bait. They know it, we know it, Vitality also know it. This is 9 rounds.
I mean, it's rough because Sizzy's been having a really good game, but in this round he fires that one shot on the AWP out towards short, trying to get rid of, I think it was Flames over towards the connector. And the second he does, the second they hear that AWP shoot, Rob's just, you see the freedom he knows he has now on the Palace swing, right? You don't have to worry about that AWP at CT, you don't have to worry about the AWP on the long sight line at jungle. The physical moment they learn of its whereabouts, they are so quick to react.
Pardon.
The fact that Sizzy didn't even get a kill for his troubles makes it hurt even more. Still, you got out with the save, so at least it's not an eco here. You're not at the full mercy of Vitality. Chance to do something with these saved guns.
Hoping to get a proactive round here for Sizzy. Looks like he's going to be solo B with an A stack. Up on B, but nothing in the apartments for Vitality. Honestly, in a round like this, it might even be better for Vitality to go into the stack than this orb. But will the stack come to them? Ramp flash ready. Orb's holding off. Not in a susceptible position.
اسم که منم بلدم. کم سخت نه.
Execute and 2 players in middle.
Flashes go in. They take ramp now at the minute mark. They went too early to fight any of the Vitality players. Vitality actually flashed back in to clear out the ramp position. Now Zaiwu on a line out through Palace. His teammates coming up the connector. MPL gifted an AK. Robs gets out ramp side. This is the bomb. Missed shot from the Sizzy AWP. And that could have been a real difference maker. Now Zaiwu gets out into the open. Sizzy, known about on this line, makes up for it the second time around. There's 25 seconds left here, and Vitality crossing in with the bomb. Feeling some pressure to try and clear CT so they can get this planted. Sizzy will have a chance to catch Robs. Gives him a jiggle, but the shot sails past. And you're asking a hell of a lot here. This very young player, a 1v2 clutch, and it's Robs and Zaiwu that you've got to beat. Just whittling Robs down, and he'll leap out.
He didn't see him leave because
Raft Mardi Raft.
Rob's crossed out, he has no idea.
ZywOo waits for the fight to come to him. And it's a tense round. It's a bit of a nail biter, but Vitality are moving in the right direction.
Oh, that's got to hurt for Sizzy because he had ZywOo absolutely dead to right in Palace, scoping CT. Missed his shot, not looking at him. He still gets multiple chances, but none are as easy as that first one. And putting Robs down to just 5 health on the wall bang. Ouch, he can't catch a break. It's a Vitality plot armor that keeps him alive against the eco.
And you do just love the way the Robs even tried to play that. I think a lot of folks, when they're getting spammed and you get that low, you feel like you're going to die. You almost just kind of feel tempted to swing. You're like, well, I don't want to die doing nothing. But he dances around, baits out the reload, and uses that little window to just escape. He knows that time and the fact that ZywOo's got his line should be enough.
Getting some crazy rounds down the stretch, but this is Vitality. Once again, having to dig deep and doing it.
You see a more composure as well out of Apex, right? He was very
Rilze
animated in that
امشب
early stretch of
مشتی
rounds for Bait.
ببینید عشق کنید.
But looking a little calmer now.
بعد از بازی وایتالیتی
Mid take.
ما هم میریم گیم.
Bait looking to scrap for this, and that's exactly what ZywOo wants.
Oh, baby. Goes back for more. Actual doesn't know how much he's done there. Might have just stopped this B hit.
دیدی چی زد زایوو؟
Vitality still very spread. Apex is going to lurk late, and Bait, yeah, they feel like they have to make a gamble here. They have no utility, they have no kit. If they spread out, this round's done. So stack on this side. As Apex keeps them there with utility. I mean, there's no guarantee where this one's ending up. That bomb is still TV.
You just think with Rob still in the Palace, like, there's ways they can use him to go and clear. I feel like they're just going to dodge this stack entirely.
ماشی داخل
Bait just all in. And this is
جام جهانی وایتالیتی داره اسموک میس میده.
You've already lost from position, but gives you your best opportunity to commit to winning it on B or just save your guns. But man, ZywOo wins that round with the re-peek in middle.
دارم اعتماد به نفس اینجوری زیاد میشه.
Mid attack was well timed. But you'll notice again, when ZywOo has the orb, it's such a game changer. Vitality were completely absent in that first half until he pulled it out. Same thing has happened here on this T side. So we go all the way.
I mean, they are, and kind of always have been this team that are always just looking to grow, right? Getting better and better each time, trying to go deeper and deeper. But you say, well, you said earlier on, they kind of had this reputation for choking in some of these high pressure moments.
Oof.
Well, these next couple of rounds, whether that remains to be the case, ZywOo even hunting. Knocking one extra gun out of this next round.
That has impact. It absolutely has impact here on Bait Economy. They got 3K a player. Gonna have to see surviving players drop over guns. SMG for certain. This was the round winner from ZywOo. Only 2 M4s here. They're actually saving. I think that one kill on the exit completely changed the call here for Bait. So last second, change of tune here. As they look to buy up in round 24. Vitality bring the pace.
Oh, this chase for Apex. Catches them on the reload. And that's the thing when you're Vitality. You know, a lot of squads might be feeling the pressure. Round 23 in a game that's going the distance, but Apex just calls for a pace change and comes blistering through that con smoke.
Such a crazy call, man. The double con flash just let them run up Cat as well. They completely shrink Bait out of middle. Apex pushing con, running and shooting. That's Vitality leveling up late in the game. A Vitality that didn't look the greatest to start this map off, but they were given enough time to warm up. And Bait may be regretting that now. They do have a final buy. a chance to still compete for overtime. But this is a different Vitality you're facing, and not one that is going down easy. Hunt here on this B site. MPL, dead man walking. And Essential, just a dead man, you'd think.
And dude, imagine how Essential feels. Like he's having a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Playing lights out, even there with the SMG.
NP'nin
But they're
beşte
just avoiding him. He's been left in many of these saves, many of these clutch attempts. Just been relegated to this B bomb site in a T side that hasn't really been about him. And so Vitality onto map point.
I like that Bait have given themselves their best possible chance here, respecting Vitality, but also getting a full buy in round 24. Sizzy's Orb, once again. Got his work cut out for him, that's for sure.
That's the thing, if you kind of are late off the line, if you miss the starting gun, but then you go on to win the race, that's the only bit that everyone remembers anyway.
It's almost
So the
more
slow
impressive.
start, yeah, it doesn't really matter for Vitality. They have been able to recover this.
Ali.
Now's their chance to close. It's very paranoid over here towards B. Three
Aa,
strong
Rangel
for
Puss
Bait on
seçeneği.
this side of the
Mafikam
map.
şu an
They know they
seçeneği.
can't keep it like this forever.
Might have fake. But it goes quiet.
İlk
and so Bait
team.
might
O
question
kulüyorum
it as she
team.
starts to rotate.
Ay şiddet atayım.
Playing retake on A. And so we're going to get Vitality allowed to execute on this bomb site. Sizzy. Oh, they're pushing in. And they get jungle smokes. Rather triple smoke to block Sizzy from holding connector, but he can still focus on this ramp. That's where most of the players are. Flames is getting a lot of room. But Beta waiting for the bomb.
Esmiş B8
There's the
esmiş.
catch. Sizzy with the first. Follow up on a Flames. Can Bait secure an overtime? This was the round they were waiting
overtime diyorum bir
for.
an.
And they're just 2 kills away from it. Sizzy, who had some swings and misses.
Agresif
Around this
sağda.
CT side coming alive,
What
and with
is it?
Apex shut down, Bait secure, extra time.
Oh, I love that they just don't care about that fake, or not even fake, that exec from Vitality. They just full focus.
O
down
da
the
hepsi
ramp.
için konu.
Vitality can't
Dedim
get
işte
any
o
room on
Behan'dan
that
beni
bomb
harf
site.
et.
Flames is given nothing.
Engorkan da doğru.
Vitality have to dig deeper once again.
Wonder if Bait try and initiate something here, right now that you've got the freedom of overtime. You have Sizzy on a deep line with his orb out towards short. And 3 players ready to come through this smoke. Apex just
Ama planet buranın da Yozza budeme.
That's where he's been most effective on this T side.
And isn't this just classic? You said Essential.
How about
he
this
was on the
one
wrong side of
minute
the
ago?
map the
Apex
whole
John.
time. He starts A this round, and then they go for the short rush. So he's not here. There's no one in B. It was only Kenzazor with no support. And this retake is already getting cut down before the bomb is planted. Essential can still find impact, but they need to flush Robs out, and he can't do
Rob
that.
koş
3
koruyacağım
health
ki.
box remains. And just waste time here, hearing Alex and Connector. What a rough round for Essential to start on the ramp push. Vitality continue to bring the pace.
Flash peek. Kar tamam.
Punchy B hit puts the first round on the board.
Like watching that 3K from Robs at the end as well is just why he's so fantastic. Like you love how he's approached that, just breaking up every one of those fights, separating the push with the molly, waiting for the flash when he's low. Everything about it's just perfect. It just makes life really easy for himself in every duel he takes.
Really should have been a 5v4 there for Vitality. Zaiwu just clips him. But worry not. Vitality go back to middle. MPL not far away. Kenzizor slows them down, allowing MPL to go searching for a second, if nothing more. Oh.
Oh, nade.
It's a good nade. Good trades over here in middle. But still Vitality squeak out an advantage. And as MPL hangs around in the connector, Rops is playing through Palace. Flames coming his way through middle.
Crazy.
He was getting boxed in. And they know they've got this A bomb site. Rops has confirmed as much on his checkout through Palace.
They know he's an AWP, so that just cuts off a lot of positions, really. You're not worried about TV flank. You're not worried about him being in T-spawn. Now they got the spot. The bomb can try and make its way up connector. And with a couple of high flashes, perfect assistance from Robs gets that bomb in. What can Sizzy possibly do? Nothing. Messi headshot confirms the round, and everybody for Vitality continuing to pull their weight late in the game.
And as we've got into extra time, Apex is kind of showing them the full breadth of the paces available in this one, right? A really punchy first round in OT into a super slow crawl out into middle. One that Bait tried to match.
Yeah. Definitely lost their read on the game. They've not had good gambles. They've not even been in retakeable post plants. And again, Flames is just sending it out middle through the smoke. Molly in under. It's going to force the swing here for MPL. Oh, they don't catch him though. Good transfer back on that fight to short. And blink and you miss it. 5v3 Vitality.
And just imagine how this has felt if you're Bait. You went from being very competitive here, neck and neck with Vitality. Hell, even having the lead, you had them on the ropes towards the end of regulation. But now, like, you just can't win an opening fight, and it's even worse than that. You're actually getting multi-killed more often than not in these opening sequences, and so rounds are just slipping by the wayside. And while you have these really aggressive pieces on Vitality down to scrap, down to fight, you also have the composed Rops, who's just waiting to punish any re-aggression on the other side of the map.
And Alex is just thinking, what? He just sat there?
Yeah.
He just sat there on the right the whole round?
That's really how he's decided to play it. Well, okay. He wants it more, I guess.
And now it's a two top performers, but 2v5. The only way this can go wrong is the clock. 40 seconds, and the bomb is very late to this play, and Sizzy might have open shots here in spawn. There's only one smoke. It's on Apex.
This is where, though, like in these tense kind of moments at the end of the round, oftentimes Vitality have just had great util to bail themselves out. See if they get more of it in.
Don't count him out.
Sizzy Orb fires off, and now they know about him out towards the spawn. He'll respond with a smoke of his own, gives himself a chance to play through. 15 seconds, and this bomb is stuck at ramp.
One shot, can't find it.
They don't know about Essential. They don't know about this second man, also concealed in the smoke. Bomb goes down. Essential behind enemy lines. Zaiwu.
Dink geldi o Khalido.
So flawless on the half for Vitality. Well on their way to recovery.
Dude, the margins here are so tight. I cannot believe they win that round. Patience on ramp. Mezzi lets his teammates come over jungle. He has 10 seconds when he's coming out ramp with the bomb there. That was a 2v5 that had serious legs on it. But Sizzy just didn't expect the bomb to be coming from that position so very late in the round. And I mean, if Essential has an AK there, he probably wins it. Headshot on Zaiwu. Still, it's clean for Vitality. 3 rounds T-side. And how do you dig your way out of this game?
Yeah, Bait are now just competing against a hell of a lot. You're feeling shaky, you're feeling nervous. You know that you've given Vitality enough time to wake back up, and you've really felt that in this overtime. Just the way that every one of these opening duels look to go the way of Vitality. You're always playing from the back foot. You need solutions, you need answers. And again, it's another opener for Vitality, 5v4.
It may be a miss from Robs, but it's such a threat to know the double AWP is in play now in this round of overtime. Like, Robs pulling it out at the perfect time to punish, and they're trying to go for this B hit. Now he's boosted Mezzi up. ZywOo's still pushing under. That's the bomb. Vitality don't give a damn. They want this game.
Shut down at the apartments.
That's it.
Robs providing covering fire on this AWP, and Vitality looking to recover from this slow start.
GG.
One hell of a turnaround, battling through the overtime and doing it convincingly. They don't drop a round once we get to OT.
Yeah, impressive game for Vitality. Bay definitely went back to the drawing board after Cologne on this map, but that is another loss on the streak. 8 in a row on Mirage as Bay barely take Vitality.
GG 9 تا 11 برق نداریم، 288 کنیم لایویم دیگه. شاید کمتر، نمیدونم گیم بزنم ندنم. بعد از وایتالیتی بریم نریم چیکار کنم. I don't know.
Boom. There we go. Okay, yeah. And well, we got a conclusion there, and if you're B8, you're going to hate to watch this one slip away, too. There was a real chance here at taking the first map in this series versus Vitality, and now we roll the page into map 2. I mean, what could happen now that we've got both teams firing?
Like میشه like خود اسپورتس فکر
They
کنم.
had Vitality on their heels, to be completely honest, in the first half, and especially in the second half. They looked like they had it under control. Like the way they're playing on the CT side to begin with. Super aggressive, in your face. Never let Vitality rest anywhere, whether that was ramp aggression, whether that was fighting towards middle, going towards underground. It felt like B8 had a pretty game plan of not really allowing Vitality to execute their default and allowing Vitality to get too much space on the map, and they were successful doing so in the beginning. Well done by NPL, well done by Sissy. They played so well, Yanko, up until the point they were leading 11-7.
مشکل من فکر نکنم باشه، صداش خودشون مشکل داره.
Well, I don't think they decided. I think Vitality.
ایدروسی کم سوتی نداده.
I think that was ultimately the problem with Bay. They had a great
توی این
approach,
تورنمنت
but they had
استریم
the
های
one
تورنمنت.
approach, you know, and then eventually Vitality was
مپ
going
بعدی
to be able
کیه؟
to sort of make the necessary adjustments, and for Bay they just couldn't find an answer. You know, you could see towards the end in overtime how ready Vitality was for some of those mid fights. Exactly knew when to time their flashes, when to swing together. Really made quick work of Bait in those rounds, and it's unfortunate because Bait were close, you know, like they had that, what was it, 11-7 lead. They had Vitality on the ropes with all their money spent, but that's when, you know, the best team potentially to ever was in Counter-Strike stepped up and managed to come back.
Well, even to the point where B8 ruined the Vitality force buy in the second half at 7-7. You know, they run it back up to 7-7. At that point, yes, the game starts to look a little weird. And maybe you could say that Vitality were looking a bit frantic on their T side to find an answer.
I think there's definitely two sides to that story. I don't think Vitality played exceptionally well in the first portion of this game. I think they made some uncharacteristic mistakes. We're going to show around late on as well, you know, with one of them, but they weren't as sharp as you'd like them to be. I think the way B8 approached
I think the way
it was effective in the beginning.
The way such a wow.
Middle, the way they constantly re-aggress and try to take away map control, whether that was early in the round towards middle or late in the round. There was a round where Apex was caught with the bomb with 20 seconds left in the round down towards ramp. Again, a re-aggression coming in from B8. So if anything, you can say they played proactive, you know, and in your face Counter-Strike, and they were successful with that up until the point to 11-7.
Yeah, and I like that they played to win, you know, in that regard. They didn't turtle up, they kept being aggressive. I think that's how they have to play. Maybe not even just Vitality, but in general with the players that they have. It's like when you're playing with a little bit more pace and aggression is when you're probably going to have the most success.
Playing with a little gusto, perhaps. You know, like playing like you're trying to win. Mucho gusto. Speaking of which, NPL getting away with a lot of gusto I think it was round, what are we looking at? Round 18 it was.
Round 18, just to show an example, right? Again, this early aggression, a flash coming in right here. Messi hears the flash, or somehow dodges the flash, but doesn't get the kill. Both of them are now getting caught off guard by the flash. You have Sissy standing top middle, getting an easy kill on towards Sairu, and despite faceit trying his absolute best, you also had Essential coming in with a quick flank. This was a great example of, I'd say 9 out of 10 times Messi wins that duel. You know, he dodges the flashes, turn around, and he should probably have killed NPL in this instance. So it wasn't as sharp as you would like him to be, but they took advantage of it. And as you said, Yenko, you know, they were kind of seeking their own luck, sort of. You only get those 2 kills if you make the play in the first place, and that's what B8 did in the, I guess, first portion of the game. Because then we got into the later stages, and as you said, Vitality got it figured out. They stabilized the game, and from that point onwards, it was clear there was only one team on the server.
Later stages, round 27, what happened?
Yeah, I think this illustrates, you had the great contrast to this round that Jacob pointed out, because you see again MPL in underpass, the flashes coming in from the CTs, 3 guys there wanting to fight, but the counter flashes come in from Vitality, they peak together, win the initial 2 fights. Later on they found a player on ramp, just got 3 entries and completely shut the round down. So that's what we mean when we say, right, great, but eventually Vitality is going to sort of pick up on it. And then you have to remember, they were completely caught off guard by this Mirage pick. They thought there was no way in hell they're going to pick a map that they lost 7 times in a row, and we destroyed them on the last time around. So props to Vitality for, you know, without probably having any or very little prep for this map.
ببین نوشتم 1 که خب برای همون اولین کیله. بعد میشه 1 1 1 2 2 2 3 2 اینا برای کلیپ دومه، یعنی فهمیدی اینجوری.
Otherwise, pretty adverse situation for him. You know, B8 really kind of put them to the number there, which is why Saiwu versus Sizzy kind of rings a bell right here.
Yeah, credit to Sissy. He had a great game with the AWP. Again, Yanko, you mentioned him, you know, maybe one for the future. He's shown glimpses before. He showed glimpses during the major. There were a couple of overtimes I remember during the major as well, where he was the one stepping up and not playing afraid, not playing scared, to be completely honest. Still very young, you know.
سولو ویکتوری مرسی باید فالو دایزم. خوش اومدی. قطعا قرار احمد باشی. احمد. درود درود. لحظه بذار من این پروژه رو به یکی دیگه میخواستم بدم، بعد طرف گفت این کار نمیکنم این سب. متنشو آماده دارم برات بفرستم. چیزای عجیب غریبی که میخواستم. مثلا بنرم و همه چی میتونید چک کنی. خب یه ستی که هست همه چیش مشخصه. بنر کیک، بنر یوتیوب. چیکار می‌خواستم بکنم؟
I'm afraid that B8 have let the one chance they had slipped out of their hand, to be completely honest. Vitality is known to be very stable on Inferno. Again, as you said, Yanko, I think it's a great point, you know, mentioning the fact they walked into Mirage with no prep whatsoever. That's not going to be the case on their own map pick. That's a map they would have prepared. That's a map they know exactly what they want to do the first couple of rounds, whether that being the pistol, the first buy round, you name it. So I'd expect a different look from Vitality. Again, I wouldn't mind B8, you know, making the game competitive, and I would love to see them push Vitality a little bit, but I think they had one chance, and that was here on Mirage, and that chance kind of slipped out of their hands.
And we said the best approach from B8 is probably to just try and be aggressive and be disruptive on that CT side. Well, that's more difficult to do on a map like Inferno, right? Like it is just more close quarter fights, a lot of utility being involved, right? More easily to get punished if you go for a bit of a YOLO play, you know, peeking second mid through window, or some gimmicky play straight down mid, right? And I think after seeing how Mirage went, would probably be something Vitality would come to expect from B8.
Inferno, it means it's only after we talked a little about Flames and his impact felt so far. Where are we at?
I mean, he stepped up as well for Vitality. It was sort of like him and Messi in the first half, keeping them in the game. You know, had a couple of big rounds on the smaller bomb side, on Mirage, on the CT side, and in general, Flamesy, you know, throughout the year have been a bit of a relation. Maybe he's slowed down a little bit, you know. I think at some point you could make the case that he was a top 3 player in the world, you know, with how well he was performing early stages. Maybe that's not the case anymore, but naturally with Flamesy on the server and the way he's playing Counter-Strike, he's always going to find a way to find impact. Not always successful with it, naturally, but he's without a doubt a player to watch out for.
احمد بعد فرستادم توضیحاتشو که علاوه بر ایموتا یه چیز دیگه. الان صحبت میکنم تلگرام بات دیگه.
having their games. But absolutely flamesy. You're gonna see once they switch over to the city side in the second half.
اینا رو فوروارد کردم از چت
Faceit,
اون
right, teamed up
یکی
with
دیگه طراحم.
Apex, is where he's going to do his best work.
Yeah, so B8 lose their map pick. Essential and Sizzy try their damnedest, but that's Mirage in the books. We go to Inferno, Dust 2 if we should need it. Vitality currently 1-0 in the series. And you're watching the Esports World Cup live from Paris, France. We'll be right back after this.
اوه چرا داریم اینو میبینیم؟ باشو بیا منو ببین داداش. منو ببین تا شروع شه. میتونم باید درقک بازی کنم. اوه اوه اوه باشگاه نرفتم یه ما اینا. کردم داداش کرد. یه کانتر پلیر باشی باشگاه نری نداریم که. داریم نداریم. واقعا نداریم واقعا. 4 دقیقه و 40 ثانیه دیگه تا مپ دوم وایتالیتی داداش. تا موقع بیا با هم حرف بزنیم. داداش چیکار میکنیم؟ حالت خوبه؟ مثلا من میرم کسی پیدا میکنم بعد از وایتالیتی باش بازی کنیم. عشق منی. اوریج کیلم آوردم 21 داداش. این دوره پرایم رو دارم استارت میزنم من تو ایدو نمیشم. این بده. فیسید ویجت بدم چند زده تو استریم. دیدی 1.31 عالیه. داداشی داره میتر کنه. داداشی میخواد رنده کنه داداش. واقعا تمام تلاشمو دارم میکنم ایلوپ شم. 2,200 برگردم یه جوری لابی بهتر میفته. الان هم این چند روز واقعا تیم میتام اصلا ترول نبودن. ترول شاید بازیشون بد باشه ولی در آخرین لحظه تا آخرین لحظه داشتن تلاش میکنن که ببرن. همه خیلی خوبه. من همه رو کامنت میدم دیگه دیدی که یه کار میخواستم بکنم. هیچی ولش کن دیگه این الان استارت میشه. لیدر بورد ایران رو ببینیم ما نظر چیه. هفتش چی بشی بود. سیزن 7 اینسیدیوس تاپ بود. 8ش بلیتزن 9 که هنوز داره میره. کانسیستنسیم 80% بشه خیلی خوب میشه. 80% بشه یعنی چی؟ یعنی من 80% گیمام دارم ریتینگ 1.27 میزنم اوریج. خیلی عالی میشه. یکم تمرین هم باید بیشتر کنم.
play comes in, and xCloud does not stop. Puts the period on the round, puts the capitalization in front of Foot. And that's 6-1, my friend. You know what else have things go their way? Again, it crumbles down.
It's just so damn good.
Every
round from this
has
purpose. Every kill, every death even has purpose. And that's what we're seeing out of Foot, which is the polar opposite of what Mouths are bringing. It is just nothing.
And it's crazy because that's honestly the first mistake I can really remember from a player on Foot right now was just Symmetry walking down with his knife after the smoke goes down and the bomb gets tapped. That's the first time this entire series I could be like, okay, a player, you know, had a lapse of judgment in the moment, didn't think about the potential positioning of the other players. Still, it rocks up in Foot's favor. Still, xCloud 10-1.
Ooh, that's the sign of an upcoming team that has such great potential. Is I screwed up. Something happened. I might have cost us the round. No, it's okay. We have insert a name from this team. We're good.
ماهان چه پوستایی میفرسته برام قابل پخش نیستن. این گیمایی که میزنی میبازی آدم خسته میکنه. با اوورتایم باز چقدر درد داره.
Team Vitality, a map away from the playoffs here as they go into Inferno. Bait certainly had their chances, they had their opportunities back on Mirage. A great levied by Bait, but the losing streak.
بریم مپ دو وایتالتی دادش. میخوای کست کنم برات انگلیسی عشق کنی؟
Now in Inferno, it's an even harder uphill battle.
It's even harder.
Struggling map as of late for Bait.
Let's go.
It's a tale of like
Oxygen بازی داره.
different situations. I mean, you know, these are two squads in very different
به لیگ
places.
روسیه
So that's
رفتن.
to be expected, but you know, Inferno for Vitality in 2026, they've only lost this map 3 times.
ای کست داری واقعا بلد نیستم.
And then, you know, for the
پارتی من فکر نکنم بتونم کست کنم. بذار این وایس رو گوش بدم.
10-5 on it this year, but it's 5 wins, 10 losses. Best team they've been able to take down was Gamer Legion. So, you know, very kind of different.
حالا احمد جان اینجور نگو صورت کشیده. انقدر کشیده نیست صورتم.
That they've missed their best opportunity to take
Ben voice
advantage of a
recognition.
Vitality slow start to this series.
You could just feel it in the air, even
میرم یه راند میرم.
when Bait had the lead.
یکی از راندها رو کست میکنم.
Vitality right where they want them, but how many times have we just seen Vitality level up, dig deeper, not go down? And they do it time and time again when it matters. So it's never meant to be much of a competition or a conversation between these two teams, and even though Bait have already impressed, I fear the worst is yet to come. Map 2 of the series. The round of 16 playoffs awaits Team Vitality if they can just shunt Bait to the side here in this second map.
آره فیسم کنه کشیده از قبول دارم.
Certainly saw Vitality kind of come to their senses on Mirage. And as we continued throughout that game, the synergy and the way that they were playing with each other, well, it's what you've come to expect from this squad, but not necessarily.
میدونم توی استریم هستی ولی وایس میدم که بمونه. ببین داداش چیزه کلا هر ایموتی هر طراحی که میکنی بکن، هر چی که فکر میکنی خودت قشنگه، یعنی با دیزاین با خودت هر یکی باشه من قبول دارم. جدا باشه اسم میکنم باز کم جالب تر نیست. نمیدونم باید ببینم چجوری میشه خود.
Apex looking for a second.
فقط یه چی باشه که یک
Entries
پارچگی
on
توش
both
ایجاد
sides
بشه
of this
دیگه
B site. Bomb gonna go
و
down, and no way in
استریم هم که
to this
آفلاین
round for
شد تو
Vitality.
میتونی بنر
Flawless for Bait.
استریم کیکو ببینی تو اون سبکا میتونی یا نه، یعنی تو همون رنگ و اینا میتونه باشه یا نه اگه اون رنگ خیلی رسمیه فانتزی تر بزن هر رنگی که خودت عشقت کشید. تیشرت هم به نظرم میتونیم همین رکابی بذاریم و رکابی که منظورم حلقه که تمام
Just good knowledge of what they were up against, really.
اسم کنم خواستره تا تیشرت
And
تیشرت خیلی
players
پابلیکه.
watching for that wrap round. So no worries in the pistol. You do have this force buy for Vitality. And a B stack to boot.
علی داشت هزینه‌ش هم بهم بگو من ببینم چجوریه. ست ایموتات هم بگو چیا قراره بزنی و چند تا میشه و از همون اسنایپی که گفتم قابل اجرا هست یا نه و بازم یه چیز دیگه که باید بزنی چیزه بعد سابسکرایبره. ببین یه رنگی باشه که کانترستش به هم بخوره میدونی چی میگم. طراحیات منظورم کانترستش ردیف باشه اینجوری نباشه مثلا زرد ببینید رو آبی. حالا من که دیدم نمونه کارتو خیلی قشنگه کلی میگم مثلا خیلی از طراح مخه. حل عزیزم عشق منی هزینه‌ش هم تلگرام بهم بگو.
Just be exits here for Robs, it seems. Bait do convert.
بریم راند بعد کسته. نه راند بعدش کست میرم با راند وایتالیتی کست میرم.
It is still just the best save spot now in the back of the church, knowing they're going to come save there on the T side more often than not. Apex a classic. He's brought out the Mag 7 on the Eco. I've seen so many Apex highlights in Banana. Why don't you just buy 5, Harry? As long as you all get a kill.
I can tell you why that one. I can tell you why they don't do that, Hugo.
It's not in their loadout.
Exactly. You need Apex to drop all 5.
مرز کستینگ کانتر رو میخوام جابجا کنم.
You think he's actually going to commit to this, or is this just in the...
No, definitely.
آخ شغلنجی گرفتم.
If you just get a kill,
just get one
just
kill.
Get one kill, you're fine. And you know, if he doesn't get anything, you can buy it again next round.
Ah, and there we go, infinite Mag 7 glitch.
It's true. If you just play Deagle every round, you can always buy. Same thing for Mag 7. It's crazy viable though. It's just
خوشگله فلمزی.
It's also unorthodox in this round. You're expecting full eco, so
if you were ever accidentally all gonna run into a Mag 7 and get 4K'd, it's in this round.
Slow down here, buddy.
All right, we're back in. Little tech timeout there, and we will have this Mag 7 in play.
What have you got?
بایرانده چه بایسم میه رو اپکس انقدر بای که از فیلمزی و مزین افباین گلبه اپکس احتمالا رانده بعد بخواد با امپیناین چیزی بازی کنم. آره دیگه چون سمت بیه آره همینه که گفتم پول نداره با این اصاف.
All right. What's he going for us? Down with a jumping double.
Lush!
For more. Apex swinging for the fences. That's 2 kills from his signature gun out towards Banana. And Bait now feeling a bit of pressure. You said, why
یه
don't you
دور
just
دیگه.
get 5? Well, Flames is going to give it a go as
زایوان
well.
با اسکات اومده تمام ران برای وایتلتی.
So now a very tricky round to win for Bait because
Do you want to go into the Mag 7?
you're scared of the stack on the other side.
You don't have any info on A.
این الان
You feel like you have to go B
طوریه
at this
که
I mean, they've got the perfect nades to do it, right? To use
یعنی
their
مثلا
Molotovs.
متنش
But even then,
درگیر
Bait's gonna have
تر
to position
نیست
first
دیگه.
box somewhere to get something done. He's committing to this angle. But with Zywoo on the scout, hit a quick shot, suddenly this round is going to get won.
Oh, they line up. Flames can't finish it, and there's the trade. Kenzazor left in a 1v2. It's not the most comfortable round.
آره همین تر آخری خیلی خوشگله که فرستادی. اینو فیکسش کنیم با شخصی شده شده سمت من.
Closes in. That Mag 7 purchase from Apex worth its weight in gold.
And that's why you buy it, baby.
برای
Double
ساب
kill,
بج ها
hits
هم
the
میتونیم
tag,
چیکار کنیم.
hands it over, and it gets put to use.
حتی اگه
Apex
فیس
knows
من
that he
کافی
just won that
نیست
round.
فقط اسنایپ
Essentially,
بذار
his
ها.
teammate get
نظر
the
چیه؟
kills, his teammate make the right setup at the end, but none of that would have even happened if not for his jumping Mag 7. What an excellent move for Apex. Extracting maximum value from that eco round. Any advantage, squeezing it out. What a beautiful, I mean, he's so keen to go back for more jumps. He could have cut and dry. But it's a
let's go cast, let's go cast.
thing to stop.
آروم باش آروم باش.
He's so animated. Fair enough.
How can you blame him? Look what it's done.
Essential. در حال شروع کردن مولی روی کار.
It's funny, it's viable.
برای گرفتن بلند کنترل بازیکنان بی ای سمت سکند مید.
I was hoping Kenzazor was going to try
سه بازیکن مسلط
by bringing out the R8.
به سمت سکند مید.
It's just not the same, Harry. It's just, you know.
Because one of them's like actually just horrible, and the other one is good.
چقدر سخته.
Smokes over A.
سه بازیکن در اپس مسلح به تکناین و اس ام جی تکلیفشون با خودشون معلوم نیست. میان عقب میان جلو. این پی ال اسموک لانگ دادش. سرعت بازی میرن پایین بازیکن بی ای.
Got blocked in apartments, no fear. They're going to jump through. First smoke out. Looks like a pit or a sight smoke.
آماده برای حمله به بوم ساید ای. مولی پیت ببینیم فرستین چیت دست کدوم تیم میفته. بله روبس مرده. زایوو موفق شد ترید بگیره. اسنشیال سکند انتری. مزی در بوم ساید. فقط یک کیل تونست بزنه. فلمزی تک بسه. بد نیست برای اولین تجربه.
What's Flames meant to do? Gonna try and hunt down Sizzy. Gets rid of the library man, so he's not looking over his shoulder throughout this clutch. Hoping to find MPL, but with Alex watching.
ریلود کن مردی وسط اوپن دیگه ریلود نکن دیگه داداشم.
He shut Flames out of the clutch. It's a round wrestled right back for Bait.
I think he even hit reload there at the end as well.
He did.
Not that he was going to win
I
anyway.
like ruined the flow of everything. Oh, he's reloaded.
Oh, George, it's
running Molly. They have the Abs lurk smoke from far away. Gets them out of apartments. Great flash kills Robs. And Bait don't overplay it as well with a long lurker because they had that smoke down earlier. They're able to flush out rotate. So every step of that is excellent for Bait. We can talk about the jumping back 7. That was a 1400 by round win for Bait. So absolutely massive one. Put Vitality in quite the spots. Flames are going to send it and squeeze out a final bullet kill there. There's more nades here in B. You've got to be very careful, Bates. Double molly could be a problem. Oof. While the nades are good, if Bait have this full banana control, they can just execute. Apex trying to block.
great nade.
چه نیدی؟
And Apex is going to try and play through on the back of this. Gets in behind enemy lines. Apex causing chaos. And with Zaiwu arriving at the perfect moment, Kenzazor is getting pincered here. Zaiwu finishes.
حتی صدای من داره قطع وصل میشه تو استریم هم همینه یا نه؟ بهم بگین ببینم چجوری دوستان.
A game plan's getting kind of ruined here for Bait. They can't even really get a banana because every time they do, they're just getting disrupted. That's again late retake utility, down banana, double molly, nade, everything.
بس حله برای شما
Even
فیکس.
though they're getting these kills at the half wall, I just feel like it's coming at such a cost. Low health, Apex finishes it. Hides in the smoke, lets them go. Vitality, full chaos on this B site, and they're living in it. Just trading force by wins out now. Different round winners for 4 in a row.
این صدای بیب بیب که میاد که. بگو دیگه داداش، بگو من قطع کنم. صدای بیب بیب بیب بیب. ماشتی حرف بزن.
The ace under a bit more scrutiny, but strong setup here. Double porch with the boost.
من تکون نمیخورم. سیم مثل که اتصالی داره.
Looking like just a fake out here into the top of mid. The real goal going back to Banana. And they're closing in quick, Apex. Cover here from Flames. And he just reduces them to dust on the push.
Slaughtered.
احمد هم داره وایس میده. احمد بنده خدا این وسط.
As they'll look to go on a streak now.
I think if his molly was any earlier, they would have called it off, but it was so late, they would feel silly to not challenge it, thinking they've got him caught off guard, thinking he's alone because he's jump spotting, but he has a teammate at sandbags the whole time, so just mow down. Worked perfectly. Yeah, look, second player's already committed before that molly even blooms. Apex has had some great calls on this CT side so far. Some strong setups. And now finally, back-to-back rounds do put Bait to pistols. Not a dollar in this round here.
چه نیدی سر تایمینگ.
As he's not letting it get out of hand or alive.
حل عزیزم عشق منی، تو چیکار کن؟ شماره کارت بفرست. 1 2 اینکه سابسکریپشن به نظرم اسنایپ باشه اگه میشه، یا این نایفی بذاریم، یکی این دوتا. و نایس شات و جی جی اینا هم توی خود تر باشه، یعنی با آواتار باشه که معلوم باشه. این چیزی که خودت میگی معلوم نیست، درست میگی، واقعا معلوم نیست. هر بهتری کنیم باجی. سابسکریپشن بج بزنم. خوشگل. ایموت بزنیم خوشگل.
But now it's just a passive start. You're going to let this early util settle on Banana.
هستم قشنگ بود نبود. نمره بدین 1 تا 10.
Every one of these B hits, Apex is putting in work with his utility.
Apex has 460 UD.
منفی 2.
He's making sure it just keeps ticking up. Nades dropped for him over towards Ruins. But the util isn't just about the damage. He's waiting here with a flashbang to tee up Flames for that swing. And Apex, you know,
چه فلش بیگ کرد؟
But his util is
وای
what's doing
من
the heavy lifting right now.
کپرایت نخوریم داریم اینو پخش میکنیم بعدم میفهمیم دیگه نه تو الان رفت بقیه‌اش هم بریم
was not there. Cheers for the flash, Dan. They're making it look so easy on this B site. Shuffling guns out, Kenzazor would have loved to have.
سیس فلیمزی رو
Come from Mizzy and AK. They're playing mini
بیا
games.
ایکی بگیرش بیا نظریه
Find
بیا
other ways to entertain themselves.
Come get it.
خوش خندش گرفت
And I think this is the last thing you want. You don't want Flames smiling away. You don't want Apex feeling like he
بناداشون قویه آره خیلی قویه
is throwing, the most powerful.
رفتار
util
کدوم تیمی؟
imaginable. They're having a laugh right now.
یکاش سر اینم پردیکشن میزدیم علی
It's 576 utility damage for Apex. I mean, he's the best nade player in Counter-Strike right now. And of course, a lot of the time it's his team giving him the util so he can throw it, but it's which is going to buff the stat, but at the same time, the consistency that he finds these high UD games and the consistency that his nades connect on the heads of his opponents is insane.
He has more damage just with nades than 4 players in the server have damage full stop.
Nice. I mean, more than half his damage is UD. And he's top of the scoreboard. Here we go. Bait.
الان دیگه خسته نباشی من وایتال دیگه داداش
Way out of this. Leg and Rops is watching the demos as well. HE right down mid. That's a great deagle though.
Vitality are playing dodgeball, man.
They can't get away from him. There is an orb in mid. It hasn't been shuffled as Vitality were wrapping. So MPL's picked that up. Bombs just dropped in the boiler. Veggie smoke in front of it just to keep more pressure on. MPL would love to put this orb to use on low health, but
That's the worry, isn't it?
the nades. Boom. What can you do? What can you do? Shut down every step of the way. And they're all smiling now.
Well, yeah, like they've just started a new thing. They're like, guys, let's see how many nade kills we can get. There were 2 of them in that round.
And it's not like Bait are just running into
قبلی باید ببندی علی بعد بذاری
These are really late round nades for the most part. Sure, that Rops one wasn't, but everything else is just perfectly timed on top of their opponents. This is a masterclass of utility.
Yeah, like what do you even do? Everywhere on the map, you feel like you're going to die just trying to get the regular control.
It's like a Stralis tier right now. Okay, here we go. Bait. Use that molly to push Vitality out of car. Cautious, but clear. Look at them holding HEs for a reaggress.
Apex is juggling them all over.
I got more in my basket. Full take back. How about that?
Oh.
Bit deep, but it still does a lot of damage. It's 50 damage.
He's got another one.
الان بهت میگم علی وایسا
They leave banana entirely. Like when we hear 2 more HEs, we'll take it back. Oh, well, that didn't work. PL.
Yeah,
Molly.
there's layers to this util stuff, man. Not everyone's got it.
ببین اساس پردیکشن که بزنی
It's gonna push Robs forward or back.
چوز آوتکام رو بزن بعد ببین بین این دوتا آپشن کدوم انتخاب شد اوکی
Smokes it off, say, what, you want
مچ
to
قبل ما باختیم میزنی لوز
Exec
بعد
comes
دوباره
in,
چوز آوتکام
25
بسته
on the
میشه
clock. Oh no.
Great nade. Oh my god. All right.
They can't go
There's-
long, guys. You have 20 seconds.
No more artillery left for Vitality at least. We're
اوه
going to get one. It learns about this long wrap. Still
Very
10
good,
seconds
also.
on this push. Time is of the essence for Bait. And as Rops trades places with them, the
They've got
bomb gets
plant.
into the site at least. But look at how claustrophobic this is starting to feel.
8 ثانیه آخر کشتن
Oh, Mezzi gets dealt with. They're scrapping in this post plant. It's
الان یک
left
خودت
Alex
باز
in
کن
the
ببند
clutch,
ببین
and he
چی
goes
میشه
nowhere. Just brutal from Vitality.
Aslında hareket etsi
Boxed
bile.
in that last second bomb plant.
Yeah, teammates, I love how Robs plays that too, right? Knowing how low the clock is, he just lets them go right past him. They have to go short with the bomb, and so Robs gives them the sight, but just shoots them in the back while they get there. Messi buys so much time back in pits. Everyone does their job. No cause for concern in that post plant there for Vitality. Felt like it was theirs the entire time. All smiles still. 7-3 up. Another buy for bait. The bomb plant allows it, but they have not been within touching distance of a round in some time. That's the closest it's gotten since this streak of Vitality. 6 in a row.
Oh, Flames is feeling a bit of pressure here. Will just cross out in amidst all that chaos, and again, just more util continuing to reign in as they're trying to get that trade, as they're trying to deal with Flames. Essential nearly loses his life to an Apex HE.
کلا نید دارن میمیرن بازیکنای B8.
Exit coming in. That Molly buys a few seconds, and Apex picks up a fresh bounty of loot. Gonna get flashed in here as well. Flash and smoke down. Apex close on that spray.
یه نید چپ مینداخت میمرد میخندیدیم.
Worst nades yet. Still 20 damage. 40 seconds. They just have to hit this site and they have to get the clean entries, otherwise there's no way to win this round. They don't want to save this late in the half. This is an all-in for bait. One flash for Apex.
Doesn't leave him blind. Flames doesn't go, waits for a second flash out from the spawn side. MPL does what he can, but again, all the Vitality are here, and you just feel so trapped. Zaiwu does hand away a kill, but time low doesn't matter for MPL. Vitality take it to the clock. He might get all the kills, but it's just another one on the tally.
تایم نداشت میگم از زایو باید بدونی
towards the win.
It's a great play for Zaiwu as well, right? Because it looks a bit silly, but it is selfless because he's playing for the round when he knows when he jumps through that smoke, either I'm just a free kill, and then he has no time to actually stick the bomb with my
Fix عالی عالی.
I kill him planting.
All good داداش. All good. مثلا من مثلا استریمام اینجوری کنم مثلا. این نشونه ما.
And so another notch on this CT side as Ace just start
gang بر
It's not even a flashbang. Robs just sends it.
این فازشو گرفتم.
So Vitality 5v4 looking for an 8th round in a row. Boost up is well timed as well after this chaos. 3
داشتنی چند سالته؟
dry fights will not go well for bait, but they only have one flashback.
داشتنی دختر یا پسر؟
Might not ever see it used.
Oh, back's turned. Mezzi just gets to feast. And what a beautiful sequence that is, just trading all these contacts out towards top mid. That is a very composed half out of Vitality.
ولی 86 بنازم.
Towards the finish line, towards those playoffs.
Just such a beautiful half of Counter-Strike. Everything Vitality did so perfect for what bait were up to. It was so many B hits, so many attempts at banana for bait. Game plan absolutely ruined. The only really good round for bait in that half was the Tech 9 apps pop when they had 1400s with 2 smokes that they managed to just dominate Vitality on. Other than that, it was just getting strung out at this B site. They never really got a proper B round or a B post plant once the guns came out. So more than impressive for Vitality.
Apex دیدی چیکار کرد؟ زبون باز کرد.
And a great sign from this team that may
خار مادر ترول اپکس بیفته تیمم به خدا کیکش میکنم. برو بیرون. من نمیخوام صدات بشنوم.
Even on their second half, but the streaks of rounds I think is the most impressive here for Vitality. We had a couple of stars shining bright here for Bait in the first map. Can't really say the same here. Vitality bring the pace. One man
دیرم
up.
شد دیگه پسره 30 سال سنده.
Good pick up for Kenzazor. His position just going overlooked. MPL and the rest of the gang arrive on these rotations, and so Bait chance to get something going on this CT side. Dominant pistol round looking to come through. And not even a single kill for Vitality. It would have to be quite the turnaround here for the plucky underdogs in Bait.
You got nothing to lose in a way. The pressure's kind of off. You're already feeling like this game is over. You know, it's team vitality at the end of the day. Is it the letting go?
ایول.
Sound muted.
الو. آقا دیسیم ما عالیه.
They are.
برگشتیم عالیه. این واقعا عالیه.
This is Vitality who want to send a very clear message.
Sizzy trying to help out, and he needed to be involved there, or else MPL was a dead man. Suddenly the gates are open for an A play. It's a good reaction to clamp down on that mid hit. And a good chunk of money made.
نه مشکل من اصلا VPN نزدم روی کی کردن اینجا. یهو قطع شدیم. شبیه سیمپل بازی میکنه یارو. طوری که میشینه.
And there's Flames. Always a multi-talented guy, bit of a musician in Spawn. I believe that was Baby Shark.
Yeah, do. He knows the classics. Vitality just impatient here. I'm sure wanting to push some buttons, but not much to do with Banana locked out like this.
واقعا تیر دیگل کج داره میره. تو اسموک اینجوریه.
And see if, you know, an exciting opportunity kind of falls right into your lap. Maybe someone gets caught over peeking.
اوور پیکه دیگه این الان اوور پیکه.
Maybe on a banana push, but
میستادی ولی.
yeah, they get handed the fights they were waiting for, not able to take a single one of them. So the conversions are in for Bait, and they do so cleanly.
Hope they upgrade these SMGs, at least some of them. Gonna get Sizzy straight on the AWP, but yeah, you don't want to let Vitality in now on this first gun round if you're really believing. Start a streak of your own. So Sizzy's AWP in play, and as dominant as that first half was, as we know in MR12, how quick it can catch up with you.
Alarm bells certainly aren't ringing yet, though. Vitality, they've just been rubbing their hands together, waiting for this first gun round. Nade stack down Banana, 6 damage from it.
There's layers to this.
Flames up and over, looking for an angle. Util continues to bully him. And you've now seen, you know, a fleet of nades out here towards B. Could read into that as a bit of a stack. Very strong from the get-go on this side of the map for Bait.
Hey, they're waiting for the boost. Baited, and MPL catches him. Got to fall off because they have no smokes left. Can't stop a play here. MPL's just picked one up. Back in spawn. 50 seconds. Vitality, of course, tempted by
Fake
the
میخوام
prospect. Just a
بزنم.
4v5 hit in this B site.
Oh,
That
oh,
smoke will buy time. I think they're still gonna.
رابس اکتیو شد این ور داره بازی میکنه.
And that's a huge kill. That's gonna relieve pressure. They can expect this B play now.
Yeah, suddenly you're not doubting this util. You know it's the
چه
real deal. You know
مولی
the hits
دو تا
coming.
بودن.
Two players in the site get
دوتا رو با مولی
sacrificed
کشته
to
داشت
the
اپکس.
util.
How does he do it?
He's just
man?
playing a different game right now.
They molly quad, then they molly.
دوتا رو با مولی کشت. بدونیش فایت سه تا رفتن تو سایت.
Hey, wait.
No, you really think Apex was going to die to utility? You must be crazy. Still in the picture is the Vitality captain. And with banana pressure removed, you know where the last two are coming from.
Good nade. That's it. Vitality just
W
shut
act
the door
Apex
on
داشت.
this B
W
core.
Apex.
Two
عالی
players
بازی کرد.
hiding oranges
دوتا مولی
and
داد.
get fizzled out.
سایت باز کرد رفت داخل
I gotta
کشت.
check again. That's 836 utility damage for Apex.
فایت 3 به 2 رو
Crossed the
3 به 1 کرد.
1,000 mark on his own.
Almost
جالبه.
certainly.
هانتر جالبه.
It is just madness. Like, Apex must be able to feel it too. Like, you don't always get the double molly entry kill into B. In fact, you never do that. That's a crazy sentence. Look at that. It's just a blanket of fire. Where are you meant to go?
فوش دادا. فوش دادا. اپکس فوش بیادب شد.
Ooh, that's okay. And a bit of
جبران کردن داداش. اچ پی فیلمزی 7 شد اپکس مرد.
3 HEs down banana.
Apex looks so vexed when he faded to Gray on the cameras.
Yeah.
Like, finally, he's the one on the receiving end of all this damage.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Not funny when some little green balls thrown at you have decided you don't get to play the game.
Doesn't even play tennis.
A man down for Vitality, but maybe worse than that was just all the splash damage from those nades. Flames is a shot away from death. Zywoo is
به
not
نظر
much
من
healthier,
آیجیل
so
مثلا اپکس
two
بمیره
players
خیلی بهتر میتونه کنترل کنه
struggle
بازی
to
رو.
be hyper involved here.
بازم 4 تا از وحشی ترین پلیراش زندن. خودش که خب بالاخره فایر پاور کمتری داره. این مرد شده مردی باز فوش میده واقعا.
It's like
نجی.
they don't have exploitable positions passive in their sight with advantage and low health on vitality. It would take a miracle to win these entries. And they just get shut down straight away. It might just be the save here. 20 seconds, low health. Not liking their odds.
No, it felt like it was
Save
kind
it,
of
save it.
destined to go this way, pending some great
چقدر باهوشم.
from Bait or
چقدر
some
باهوشم. ببین
real
10 ثانیه
heroic
مونده بود رفتن
moments
سیف.
for Vitality. They just
سیف
bow out of
کنه
this
دیگه.
round. You know what? Bait can have it.
They lost their VIP very early thanks to the triple nade down banana. That's 4 out of the 5 rounds in this half here for Bait, so certainly making a swing for this CT side. Some lesser weapons here on Vitality, and ouch. They still send a message back, taking
من به
the
سمی اینفرنو واقعا همه میجنگن برای برنامه کنترل بدون هیچ فایتی، فقط نبرد یوتیلی آه
too early for the
این بار اسنچال رفتش به اونور فریمزی وظایفو
players making sure they play safe
جالبه به
since he's just
اینفرنو.
got the boiler line, buying a few seconds while Bait go searching for answers at B.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a super B-focused game. And so just starting many of these rounds with 3 players out towards this half of the map.
Such a great call for Vitality to take car and sandbags, but then pull all the way back and let Bait retake the space, looking for a close fight. Vitality all just holding them from back at tree. So really get punished there. Still a 1-for-1 though. So nothing guaranteed here for Vitality. They're going to leave Apex to fake the B site and go round the world at 45. And this is what 9 times out of 10 you're going to see on this map. And so no surprise that Bait draw that 3rd rotation over, but now they've fallen for it entirely. These smokes going to keep them in position. Sissy plays through. Apex tries to sell, but now the penny drops. Can they get out of A in time?
Kansas in a good position. Eyes on out towards short in the apartments, and that's exactly where Vitality are coming from. Objective is just to try and buy some time for Sizzy. With the molly splitting up the push, there's a spot on the apartments player. Kenzazor's going to be more than enough to get this done.
چه هماهنگ رو بازی میکنه بیایید خوب داره بازی میکنه
Love that when he got that app
میتونه
spot,
کامبک
went for
کنه
the
راحت
flash to pop, peeked him from a different angle so he doesn't just get pre-fired. For a one-man hold from the bottom performing player does an admirable job to stop that last second hit for Vitality. Couple of saves coming in here now. Vitality struggled to close rounds. Haven't had any clear advantages.
I feel like the A hit's got to come eventually, right? It's been such a banana-focused game. And there has just been this constant 3-man start there for Bait. Vitality know this too. They've seen it in the banana retakes. They've seen it in the nades that come in there early. So Rops with a hero gun. The apartments and this A side of the map is his responsibility. So asking him to try and make a play. Flash sets him up for an opening. And you get that 1 kill. If you had the read that it's been
اسکری داره اپس کیدی میزنه بازی قبلی MVP شد دمش گرم داداش دیگه داره بچه دار میشه میبینی ذوق پدر شدن داره میاد تو گیم داشت رنده میکنه یادی جوانیاش افتاده
Kenzazor, how has he done that? Zywoo even missed the dig, and they know the flank's in. There is nowhere safe in this site for Vitality. And while Apex has the gun, he has low health. Zywoo needs to connect a shot. He is boxed in with the bomb. Can't do it. Kenzazor, again, a multi-kill on his own. He has won these last 2 rounds, and Apex is walking into walls. Bait are back in business.
Really played Apex KD duo,
you know, all of Bait were getting bullied in that first half. But then, you know, it was his
به کسی من نمره ندادین داداش حواسم بهتون هست
a lot of the winning for Bait. He was just kind of cooling off down in the pit, biding
من
his
درخواست بدم کستر
time.
چم
He has found his impact.
این بار دیگه
Sometimes you kind
سیرم
of see
کست
players that
بذارم
cool off a little bit when they haven't seen action in a while. Inferno can be a really rough map for that, but it feels like the time to kind of reset might have helped Kenzazor out because he's coming through with monstrous holds in back-to-back rounds.
With no support, right? No help. Those are the kind of fights you really expect Vitality to win. Headshot angle on pit, players uncrouching.
دستا چیه
The one kill that would have
دمت
won
گرم
the round. I mean, they could have even jumped on A earlier.
واقعا سخت کس کردن جدی سخته
Robs found the AWP on short. Was not enough here for Vitality. That was a 5v4. That was probably their best chance yet in this T side to win out. Trouble in paradise here.
آره یه تک باید حرف بزنی بعد من همین یه دوری که اومدم کس کنم اون یک ران تو بخ زدم
Walk back through this smoke. No flash needed.
ماهان عالیه برای کس وای این ماهان نمیتونم بردارم بیارم کس کنی جدی
Sound resumed.
So you wonder if we've been seeing a bit of condition.
آره استرات بلد باشی این فور بلد باشی چه میدونم ببینید چیکار میکنه
But the last 2 trying to end out towards that A bomb site and it has, you know, dissolved this 3B.
علف بزنم 20 میلیون کست ماهان دو شبه پر میشه لهجه داره اصلا. لهجهش به کنار کلا فشار داره میکنه. اصلا خدا نکن طرفدار یه تیمی باشه.
Up and over for Apex, hoping to give chase. That's one of your two high health players gone from the round now. Zaiwu and Mezzi are wounded. So far from an impossible retake here for the bait squad on this comeback. Smoke start to fade. Zaiwu hears players at the ruins. That forces a fight onto the Sizzy Orb. It's
اینا خب هر کسری که نمیارن مثلا کسرهای حرفه‌ای ان دیگه.
lines up the damage but can't get him off that bomb. And so bait from the back foot all the way to a tie.
بدن تموم کن داداش.
Going to be kicking himself 4v3. They have the sight, they have smoke down, and he goes over oranges to take that fight. It's
اورنجز با منه داداش من اورنجم جان.
wins the round, loses it, losing
اورنج میاد تو کنم منم.
for Bait to win that post spawn. A massive 3v3. Sizzy finding Zaiwu back quad on that repeak. Some individual moves here for Vitality getting punished. They're confident, yes, but that is at times letting them down.
میدونم نمیشه آدم معمولی باشه، منظور اینا دیگه کارشونه داداش. این کس نکنه که ما که کس نمی‌کنیم که وظیفه‌شو داره.
Team that showed that at the major instead of choking from 2-0.
اون وایتالتی نزد کامبک شد.
From 0-2.
برای سادگی.
It's a team that has absolutely upgraded their mental. And now against Team Vitality, after a 9-3 first half, the score is even, yet to be settled.
Kenzazor, this time no multi-kill from him down in the pit. The Sizzy Orb struggles to provide. MPL at least stems the bleeding there. With a 3-on-3, it's Mezzi real late. Just gonna catch essential
دوستانی رو من اسم میکنم میدونم کیو میگی ولی خب هستن دوستانی بله. کسر رو داشت فوت میکرد مدیر حاجی.
MPL walks right in. That should be it. Mezzi on the flank stops two and stops this retake from happening. Is still trying. They've got
کسری که میگه اول نیکنیمش چیه؟ یه حروفیه.
And he hits his Vitality break that streak down 4 in a row.
من که نمیگم. تو بگو منم هیچ ریاکشنشو نمیدم فقط ببینم همونی میدم.
Write the story of a comeback, write the story of an upset, and then Vitality the final.
باش فردا میام بالا سرمون. خیلی پوکر فیس. بگو اول حروفشو بگو. منتظرم. مورچه شکار کردم داداش.
You know, they've had two great opportunities in this series to get one over on Vitality.
ولش کن هر جور راحت هر جور راحت بده.
This was a 9-3 half in Vitality's favor. It's taken them a long time to find their footing on this T side. But now that they've taken these first few steps, are they going to break into a sprint?
And this change in the last 3 rounds has been great. They've just not been starting every round 50 health by, you know, Bait just dumped their util insta. There's a difference, right? Apex is throwing retake utility on B. Bait are just double nading down banana every single round. And so Vitality have figured that out. They're waiting it. Now they get car and they get their full health. BXQ Temptation again. Think of the last B site hit. It was perfect. Zaiwu got a double entry, trading flames, and yeah, they botched the post part, but don't need to do that again. It's got to be tempting to just go back into a B execute here in this round. Apex is talking a lot on the cameras. He is off the
چرا چت پاک شد به عنوان هیت؟ به کدوم کلمت گیر داد؟
It does look like they're going up middle.
Timing's everything here because they flash in a re-clear top mid, but that serves as misinfo.
فقط فقط با کیو بنویس میره یا نه با کیو بزن بس داداش برام سیمپل شده
A hat trick of kills, and you'd like to think he's done enough.
Thinks he's dinked him, but it's only 8 damage.
اینجوری بنویس از این بعد
Player in the site spotted. Zywoo trying to squeeze his shot out. Robs has cover, but it's the bomb down on long with 15 seconds. And unless they overpeak, Robs cannot win this round. They will not make that mistake, and Robs will have to save. This is bait onto 11.
I mean, the resilience on display is fantastic. Sizzy, what a sequence. So I've just kind of been lying in wait in a lot of these rounds. They've had creative solutions to try and get past the Sizzy AWP, but finally given open sight lines, no util to punish. I just get
نمیدونم با چه اشتباه میگیره.
That's you know, the youngest player in the competition at a very pivotal moment under a lot of stress. Saving the day for bait, and now they tie this game up all over
چی میشه
again.
اشتباه گرفت که هیچ
Money in a weird spot for Team Vitality. This was not where you thought bait would stake their claim to this series.
Yeah, you wonder if Vitality.
I have no idea for real.
On that B bomb side to go long when you know he's definitely got that AWP is such a risky move. But feeling like that early banana take with a lot of util could have drawn a third player over. Bait don't fall for the conditioning. Is that one young man that has kept bait in this game. Rob's hands off his AK.
تمام شد حرفت فاگوت بازم من نفهمیدم اول بچسبمش به هم به چه معنی است فاگوت انگلیسی بذار گوگل ترنسلیت که فکر نمی کنم بیاره سرچش کنم
The prospect of this B site.
داداش چه سمیه
It's almost like Vitality just don't want to be too obvious and just going for the B execute, but it just feels like the best play at this point in the game. They've got so little util, low health. You know you can win it off of 2 entries.
بعد ایران بهت نشون بدم یه چیزی.
Criminal. And I would do more.
But look at how bait just aren't budging.
Yeah, they're not falling.
They are not moving. Like it's a spam kill. You're thinking that Sizzy might move out of position.
Oh, they're coming back.
Bomb's coming back. Because Zywoo's taken all this space.
İsim çekmeden بعد game.
And now he's not got it. Now they're scared.
Still, you know you're only looking out for Alex. You got 15 seconds. You got to be clean here on the push. Back of the site. Alex knows 1 kill could be enough here. Rotates a little ways away. But it's Alex that they've got to get past. Flashes.
What the fuck داشت بکار دادش تو رو خدا مرسی بگیر راندو وایتالیتی
Robs is so late.
Really out of the picture, but he's trying to make up for it, closing in fast. How much time can Apex buy? Rops arrives, lines up the shot, but the Deagle.
ببین چقدر با دقت خواست از پشت دیگل بزنه چرا چون واقعا دیگل از پشت نمیخوره جدی نمیخوره دیگلش خیلی سخته بزنی نیکو ورژن 2 واقعا
But Bates, map point on Inferno, 9-3 in the hole, out of position entirely as Vitality go back to B. And still they secure it in the post plant. That is ridiculous.
کسی که نمیدونن
This has been a roller coaster for Vitality from the highest highs on that CT side. And that one missed shot for Robs will cost them everything. Could this really be a 3-man?
Ben نجیم ولا
From 9-3 on the half as well. Nades brutalize Vitality at the bottom of Banana. And so again, they're starting this round, this final round of regulation, We're 2 players a shot away from death.
عادی داداش کلا بنانا کنترلشون
There's the need to get rid of Mezzi.
بدون هیچ
Advantage
گان
ready to
فایتیه،
win
فقط
bait.
یوتیلیتی دارن فایت میدن.
They're looking for the knockout blow. It's a quick reaction out towards B. Zaiwu waits for the smoke. Tries to scale in, it tries to scale over. Orb not able to stop him. Spam will
اپکس داره داخل اسپام پوش میکنه. What the fuck داداش؟
Seal the deal on the series in a 2-0 fashion. If you want to make it to overtime, you've got to rely on your trusty duo. It's Zaiwu and Robs, but they've struggled in these post plants. Bait move in. Zaiwu dead first.
چه
And
میسی
Robs
داد راب.
failed. It's Bait running away with this 9-3 to Team Vitality.
میریم مپ سه دوستان. عالیه.
Themselves together and they
ما که نمیرسیم دیگه
launched
گیم
one hell of a
بزنیم. تو ساعت
comeback.
9 برقمون
This
میره.
series now is going
ولی
the
این بازی رو
distance.
میبینیم.
Playoffs still to be decided.
Good.
Yeah, and it's clear right there that Vitality are not firmly in control of this series.
You
but in
are
fact-
not.
You are not. No, absolutely. Quite the show of force, I guess, from both sides.
APSش نمیدونم چیه.
Corner, you got to be happy with the
APS
result.
چیه دوچلی؟
Inferno and how your team played, approached some of these situations. There were situations of proactivity, but most importantly, not getting ahead
تو
of yourself.
همینقدر چتی که دادن الان تو مپ نزدن.
A good comeback from B8, not gonna lie. Didn't see that coming. Very strong.
HLTV داره مپو.
Completely shutting down Vitality, who at no point were able to win 2 rounds in a row. At no point were able to fully break the economy of B8, which meant it
راکش چیه؟
was pretty difficult for Vitality to get much done on
B8.
their OT side. Obviously helps that you win
داستو دیسایدره
both
داستو.
B8, but it's almost like the first map where this time around it's Vitality slipping, completely and letting the game sort of like go out of their hands in a way.
بشینیم یک کم اسکین ببینیم داداش تا اینا فیکس شن. حاجی جدن رو فاز نومد افتادم. نومد بی نظیره داداش. بذار یه ست بزنم برات. نومد تایگر توست نداشت؟ تایگر توست. من مثل میکنم زود خسته میشی، ولی اگه مثلا پول داشتم مثلا میگرفتم 3 روزه استفاده میکردم بعد یه نایف دیگه ست میکردم. خیلی بومبادی. اصلا دیوونه این حرکتشم. استیلیتو بداش آن دی بیت آن فایره. اسکلتون و فیلیپ نایف واقعا خسته نمیشم ازشون بجز کارامبیت و باترفلای. آره انیمیشنش ریره واقعا. انیمیشن دستش هنوزشون نداد. آره نشون داده. به به. بزن. باترفلای چی؟ فید با اون گلافز گفتی؟ دومی گفتی گلافزه؟ من گفت پترنشو بده بهم. باید پترن باشه طبیعتا، نه باشه. من گفت فیت پترن. پترن 7 اوکی. این چی؟ استارت نشد؟ مپ 3 پیمپ تازه آمدش. اونی که زردش زیاده. این واقعا شبیه انبست. همینو میذاریم. اوه اوه این ورش زشته ولی این ورش ببین گلوز خوشگلیه. اوه با تلفن‌های خیلی خوبش عشق میکنن اینه که مثلا دلار مولدارن یه با تلفن‌های همون نشون دیگونه با تلفن‌های همون دیگه با تلفن‌های راحت تا 2500 کری میکنم من هرچی 40 تا میدنم من یکی اینجوری میکنم یه جوری میدنم میرم بعدی. تلگرام کی داره پیام میده؟ تیپیکال باترفلای اونر. یادش ما که اونرش نیستیم. what the fuck. هر کی اینسپکت آفرین. احمد داره جواب میده. من چند نفر دیدم مثلا تازه با تلفن خریده بودن افتاده بودن یارم بعد یارو کیل نمیگرفت مثلا دقیقه یک و 10 دقیقه 1 دقیقه و 10 ثانیه وسط گیم همه جو سکوت 5 به 5 و اینجا رو هولد میکنه یک دفعه نایف میگیره فقط بس انیمیشن شو ببینید رو هولد میکنه یک دفعه نایف یکی ایمپرس ببندم بایستا اینم شروع نشد. این پترن نداره همینجوری بزنم امپرس خوشگله همش میاد به این گراف هم که پیش درد میاد. وای باترفلای میخوام. باترفلای چقدر ارزون ترینش؟ بودو ارزون ترین باترفلای زودتون سری. بالا نمیاد از همینجا میبینم باترفلای لوست پرایس $427 مفت بگیرم آجی. ولش کن بابا نمیسرم. الان من باید گوشی بگیرم کولینگ سی پی باید بگیرم کیس هم باید عوض کنم اون تا زمان این کارو ندارم یعنی نمیدونم کی باید همچین کاری کنم. یعنی قراره یه جا یه تورنمنت همین اوکسینو نمیدونم ترای بدم یا ندم اصلا ببینم چی میشه. اگه اونجوری بشه که باید ما 1-2 هفته تمرین کنیم. اگه نه که ببینم چی میشه دیگه. برم مثلا کیس رو عوض کنم. چون کیس رو بخوام عوض کنم 2-3 روز نمیتونم گیم رو میزنم استریم کنم. پس میفته چی بعد از این چالشمون. نه آره فریان من خسته شدم از اسکین فریان. اون پترنش قشنگ بود اون ست. ولی من از فریان خستم. میدونم کدوم اون همون گلافزی که میدونم کدوم میگه. اسم گلافز یادم نمیاد ولی گلافز شبیه فرش بود صورتی بود. خیلی خوشگل اون. آره بنفش بود. ولی منتها من از فریان خستم. 2 سال 1 سال فریان دارم. تستیس تستش کن عمو ببینه. باترفلای با همه چی اوکیه. اصلا گلاوز نبندی هم اوکیه. منتها همون اوکیش هم پولش زیاده داداش. با پول اون باترفلای میتونی نایف خوشگل با یه ست خوشگل ببندی. مثلا اگه گلاوز نگیری دیگه واسه سافاریمش که نمیبندی که یه چیز خوشگل بود ببندی 700 دلار قیمتش. من گلاوزم الان فیکسه. یه نایف تایگر توس کارو در میاره. تمام میشه میره. فکر کنم فیلیپ بگیرم. فیلیپ تایگر دیگه تمام. میرم تا 1-2 سال دیگه ببینیم چی میشه. یه کار میخواستم بکنم برم میریج. 4 دقیقه دیگه تا بازی. اسلاتر گرونه. مپ کامیت ها نه. چه مپی هست؟ دانلود بشه. اسکی میدونم از تو مپ بردارم. به داداش همینو میخوام. اینجوری خوبه. نیم 3 ساعت از اینجا. مثلا کمبوی آماده داره ها. اینجوری خیلی قشنگ میشه اگه داشته باشه. واقعا برام سوال بود چرا همچین مپی چنین چیزی نداره. سلف هم داره. جالبه. خب کجا بردارم اسکین؟ بده اینو بزنم. به به. ای بزنم. ورودیش درست آدم. دو الان اینجا چیکار کنم؟ چجوری بردارم اینا رو؟ عرفان ویدیو رو زدی یا نه؟ شوخی میکنم داداش. خیلی حال میکنم اذیتت میکنم. سلام بلد نیستی عرفان؟ اینجا شوت تو ترای. به به. بابا شوت تو ترای دیگه. شوت تو ترای نوشته. باگه. میخوام برم سرفش کجا؟ الان بازی شروع میشه. سریع برم سرف. شوت در میام من از اینجا. گیر کردم داداش اینجا من. اگزیت. اسکرین شات چیه؟ از اینا اینجا میاد. ایوان اگزیتش کجا الان؟ بزرگه. گلدربی که هستم. مدلینگی زدن ایوان. وایتالیتی شروع شد داداش. گویا شروع نشد. گویا شروع شد. مپ دیسایدر. تصمیم گیرنده برنده این بازی. اوه کستر سینمایی کانتر ایران. سینمایی مثلا واسه چی بود؟ آپلود کردی عرفان یا نه؟ نفر پریویو نداری. گوشی بزنم تنشاش اومدم بچه. نه فردا یوتیوب هم لایوم. حله عرفان حله. فرزان از این شکلات ها بهت میدن آلمان یا نه؟ میتونی از اینا پیدا کنی؟ چون نمیگیره. آقا بکار. آقا بساتو راه انداخت. داشتلی بساتو چید. بکار داداش. فکرم درد میگیره. این شکلاته. شکلات مونس. به به. مونس از این ها ببین.
Excellent show of resilience, but this series is not done. It culminates on Dust 2, home ground for Vitality.
بدن غندمون افتاد.
51-8 with this roster. It is absolutely a pillar of consistency for Vitality until lately. Back at the Clo Major, Harry. Three losses in a row, all at the Major, including to the Falcons in that playoff match they were eliminated in.
مینی اسنیکر توره عالیه.
Come back to the drawing board of Mirage. Hope they've had a look at Dust coming into this event.
Yeah, I think, you know, for Bait, it's obviously a huge,
بعد مثلا داخل زندگی اونور مثلا تو نار چیکاری الان
a testament to this squad and how much they've been growing, but you don't win the series on that second map.
و هر روز گوشت میخوری یا چی
Have to keep it going, and this is going to
و
be
هر روز
versus a
استیک
Vitality
مثلا
that might now have a bit of a fire lit beneath them, because this is not where they're supposed to be encountering problems. Playoffs on the line on the back of this series. And in this pistol, Vitality will have a bomb plant.
3 سال دیگه میام میجور با تیم ایرانی
5v5 retake.
تو آلمان میام پیشت
All together. Cat flash. Robs is lurking.
گاماج کباب چیه
The P250 is going to come in late on this backstab. You might even find this kit down lower, but Sizzy goes CT instead. Headshot as they cross in. Lots of Glocks, but pistols, USPs at range. It's up to the man in the sight. Zaiwu holding strong with a multi-kill.
فکر کنم مثلا روزی برسه حالا خودمو نمیگم کلی مثلا یه تیم ایرانی فکر کنم بره
And Vitality with that pistol
میجور
after all.
یه اتفاق بزرگه گمجه کباب I don't know what the fuck is that گمجه کباب شهره داداش گمجه کباب شهره
Vitality.
No, I mean, I think the thing that made this Vitality when they were the undisputed world #1 so impressive was just that, you know, that they could always bounce back. In the few cases that they had anything go against them, they would be able to brush it off in between maps. Hell, there was a long period where they were literally winning everything. And so, you know, I don't think they're going to crumble here because they gave up a big lead. They can't afford to slow down at all. This B hit has worked wonders. And so save called for this Bait squad straight away.
This is just such a comfortable place to be, right? Even though these two teams are the polar opposites, right? Vitality 3 losses in the major. Bait got 3 wins in the major on this map, all 3. So, you know, that's a good sign, but this is still such a high floor for Vitality on a map like this. It's a conversation we were even having yesterday about how
یهو میوت میشه مثلا دستم نزدم بهش
teams that can make this map consistent.
میگم غزل رشتی کف آلمان میزنی دیگه عشق میکنی
Vitality and Spirit, and more recently Falcons definitely been able to do so. So saved weaponry.
داشت ویوره من خجالتی هم داداش مثلا امروز صبح 10 تا تو یوتیوب بودیم 11 تا اینطور تو کیک بعد کلا 2 نفر چت میدادن بعدش هم گفتم خودت احتمالا درست کردی دیگه در اون صورت داره دیگه از هر روز ایرانی و اشغال دیگه ایوال الان تو مثلا عکس بدی از خودش شکم شده انقدر غذا ایرانی چاق میکنه
I mean, it is just a series that kind of gets crazier the more you think about it. The idea that, like, it's actually
خارجی اصلا غذا نمیخورن نمیدونم غذا چی هست دیدی میگم اینو
had multiple chances on Mirage, ended up going to overtime. Vitality kind of squeezing it out. Come back from the big deficit on Inferno. You don't want that to all be forgotten about in a decisive third map.
حالا ما رفتیم آلمان به این فکر میکنیم که از غذاش بدمون میاد یا نه لول
Vitality with options available. Go up catwalk. Bomb still top mid.
پردکشن باگ خوردلیه
And this just feels good, doesn't it, right? No issues on the back of the pistol. You get your conversions, and you were never that stressed.
الان چه ستیه داشت باترفلای سب زده با گلوز.
Sizzy's waiting
آره
in
آره
his
چون
hands
خودت کاشی
finally. I mean,
اینجوری. آره اون من باید ببندم وقتی بکاری خودت
had some
اما ببندم.
very influential moments across this series.
به جای جی اچ خب کیو بذار دیگه. باید عادت کنید.
With 5 alive for Vitality. Can't say for certain Zywoo's going to bring his out straight away. Yeah, looks like Vitality thinking about it, and yeah, he will. Dropping a Galil over. So none of the SMGs. It's
اینجا
not
رو
a
بگیر اینجا رو
trail. They
بگیر. ببین وقتی نمیتونی یه جی اچ رو با کیو عوض کنی بعد 30 سال انتظار نداشته باش آدم ها خودشون عوض کنی. سوسماس آره گرفت. چی بود گفتم
Spirit haven't been a certainty by any means. Mal's even struggling right now. The Foot, latest event winners in Mal's.
I mean, not to mention, like, you kind of came into this event eyeballing a handful of teams. Spirit, Vitality, Falcons. And yeah, you could even make, you know, an argument for a squad like a Mouse. But we've seen stumbles from all of them apart from the Falcons. I want to feel like a bunch of the heavy favorites for the event kind of have all these questions around them. Looking at those playoffs.
Oi, oi.
Oh no.
A mow down for Bait as they, nice and easy, put a stop to the A hit.
I think if Flames has his gun out, I think they just set up nicely to win that round. There's a really good chance to get that second trade, put the bomb down, play cats, as the rounds Vitality excel at, but Flames pulls Util out, thinking he has a bit more respect. And MPL does not give it away. Nice setup for Bait to re-swing off that flash. And able to stop the A hit.
لیدر بردی میگی دیگه. آره دیدم فالکونز خیلی مهمه براش که این بازی ببره این تورنمنت.
They do so convincingly, and you know, I think one thing you've seen just from the pistol out of this Bait squad is they're always kind of looking for ROPs on these lurks. That's nice for Sizzy, love that.
Apex just crouching.
Oh, will he get away? Just about escapes.
This nade smashes ROPs as well.
یک ساعت و 26 دقیقه دیگه تا قطعی برق.
Looking for back-to-back rounds for Bait, keeping their money alive.
زندگی در ایران.
Putting the captain back
دو
in
نقطه.
his chair. Take a watch from the sidelines. Oh, he's quick. One more. ROPs won't give it away. Or maybe he will. Looks simple-esque there.
That was a really clean sequence. I mean, this whole round has just come down to the Sizzy Orb, involved from the get-go, peek out through short to find Apex, and with the reposition has just won the round on his own.
Yeah, he's clearly trying to let his team know.
Plus, you know, I think you already had some good moments from Sizzy back on Inferno. That 3K over towards Long, like really being the one that kind of takes the cake. But, you know, you take an AWPer off of Inferno, you put them on Dust 2. They want to be a lot more involved than they get to be on that second map. And Sizzy just from the get-go, soon as he could buy the Orb, look to make it known.
Apex doing a lot of talking in the save. Trying to get his team activated.
I mean, he's probably feeling a little pissed, to be honest. Like, can't quite believe how this is starting already. Wanted to just get on a Dust 2, get a clean break, begin this kind of streak of rounds, feel like you could leave everything else in the rear view, but that's not what's happening. Bait showing up in fighting form.
And the way that we introed this series was how one-sided this head-to-head is. Let me just recount it, because in the last 3 maps these two teams have played, they haven't gotten more than 8 rounds, Bait. They've never won a map against Vitality.
الو داداش
Last year.
وای شارژ میکروفون تمام شده بود اون لحظه که گفتی میوته برای بار اول بعد از اون صدا اومده بود نیومده بود بعد فکر کنم شارژ تمام کردم من مثلا جواب اون سوال بالا تو دادم مثلا دیدی چقدر تیما نزدیک شدن به هم اون جوابشو دادم نمیدونم شنید یا نه
Zywoo trying to take control of this round now. Thrusting himself into some fights, but nothing.
شارژ میکروفون تمام شده بود.
City is back at long, and Bait have fallen back into their round-ending setups. You want it, come get it.
واقعا بچه‌ها گوش کردن و هر سری که من حرف میزنم میگن تو دلشون میگن گوه نخور بذارین بازی رو میبینیم.
No one really in position to keep an eye on this from the A side of the map. Don't have a player in CT, so it is just these 2 B site men for Bait having to stop the entirety of Vitality. Kenzazor and Essential have their work cut out for them. High flash provided by Zywoo. Kenzazor peeks, gets them back turned. And with Essential holding onto the doors, this one goes nowhere quickly. Zywoo left saving his AWP again. Bait are tying this game up straight away.
It's rare to see Zywoo have the wrong read there, right? But he goes back to hold the long push or the short push, waiting to see if they flanked him. If he held the window instead, he'd be able to cover his teammates. They swung out window and picked some of the door players. So, unfortunately, in the wrong position with that AWP. And that's the money still out for Vitality while Zywoo saves his sniper. Already getting the right feel for it yet here are Vitality. Not a gun round to their name. And there it is again.
Well, Zywoo's held on to that AWP for a couple of rounds now, and Sizzy is going to remove it from play.
Sizzy guy is crazy. Just getting better and better every event.
Here's the thing as well, I think Zywoo's coming into this 3rd map like already a little bit cold. He didn't really do anything on Inferno. He certainly wasn't the savior you'd hope he would be. Was largely irrelevant, so maybe cooled off a little bit. Additionally, Vitality are often used to getting like a good deal of respect on Dust 2. A lot of teams fear playing them on it, and so you'll see a lot of rounds kind of start like how these last couple have, where they're not looking for like the advanced positioning. They're not necessarily going about the short control. They kind of just get to sit back over here towards T-Spawn while Apex lays out the groundwork for the round. And they almost wait for their opponents to get to those like round-ending positions like we saw in the one prior. But Sizzy's been constantly down a push and prod. Like, he's kind of changing the idea that you would give the Vitality squad respect here. Long door push, and it's easily dealt with by Alex. Props left with this AWP. It's feeling a little cursed at this point as it survives.
گفتی بیایید دستو قویه جدی داره میزنه کامبک در 3-0 رو عقب بود بعد 4-3
It's not looking good, right?
Well played, CZ.
You don't really expect a lot to happen here for Vitality. Well, not a lot is happening, and POVs don't look pretty. Meanwhile, Bait are getting very confident. They're running around. Sizzy's taking shots through the mid doors fearlessly. And I think it's clear at this point, Vitality can't be offering up free picks to this AWP in middle. He is there to take the fight every round. We're going to need multiple door smoke here for Vitality. And maybe just something punchier here, because the slow drawn out rounds, they're getting picked apart. So I was on a scout. Some great moments here from Bait. Can they keep them up? Yeah, even Zywoo won't take on middle initially. Checks lower. Sizzy's up on shorts.
Seen it from him already, right? Sizzy just being hyperactive on his AWP.
He knows there's an angle there, but Zywoo's not giving it. Zywoo is aware of this position.
Sizzy on the same routing as before, sees that bomb actually dropped out in middle, and he's looking for Zywoo.
There it is.
Who was playing it pacey with the scout.
That is the benefit. You can just AD so fast with that weapon. Zywoo just stays
benim
while Sizzy
وای
gets it into the
فرزان
Zywoo, 2 tags will do it.
من تو ذهنم به جواب دادم خب
You gotta win this round, Vitality.
بعد یادم افتاد بهت نگفتم حواسمو دارم
No
چتم
excuses
میکنم
here.
چیزه بریم ببینیم توشون چجوریه دیگه.
And they're just going to go flashes to support one entry, and that should be enough. Alex still locked in this fight over towards long. Mezzi hanging around to get his.
Everybody does their job here. And there are no survivors. Full hunted. Don't think they can get
فرزان
that
میدونستی
off.
اولین چتر من تویی یعنی اولین نفری که ما توی سیم چت داد تو بودی.
Every single player locks in.
That's why you have the OG badge bro, you know?
To be fair, struggling individually this series. He may have broke a record back on Inferno. His own record of utility damage.
البته یه دور مثلا یه رفیقم بود مثلا گفتم بیا دقیقه یه چت بده تست کنیم یعنی ویور نبود نه.
More rounds to do here for Vitality. It's Bait with the timeout. Bait with plenty more money.
آره قبل از این بود که حتی من چالشمو شروع کنم.
This one feels kind of rough for Sizzy, man. Like, just a round of, like, rough timings for him, right? Vitality never gave him the fights when he was aggressive on Catwalk. He misses that first opportunity on Zywoo. And once kind of Zywoo's got his bearings on you, you're in a bad way. It's a fast long take here for Vitality as they do have the spawns. Flames comes through.
Oh!
Zywoo is going to fall on that smoke break. And Bait put a lot of guns out towards long just to try and slow this one down. Flames around the edge, right into that Sizzy AWP.
So reliable.
Well, he's decided he's had enough of them mid doors. Takes it elsewhere. And now if you were hoping to go B on this, you just get reblocked. Bait start to rejig the setup and they bring Alex back over towards this B site in mid.
Oh no!
Really awkward timing here for Essential. Goes to jump up. Exposed to all three back in the tunnels. Still big damage has been done.
برسید سکه نوشته یه اسکین تا $100 مهمون من.
A lot of time here. This flank should have a kill, but he is jiggling. It's one shot from death, trying to reposition. Back on car, there's nowhere good.
یکم طول میگه که برسم.
Catches through the doors. There's the flank, playing with their food. Sizzy just
میرسم. من
and puts that M4 to use. Doesn't matter what gun he's got.
امید دارم. مطمئنم میرسم.
And that is despite Essential.
یکم تجربه میخواد. جدی میگم اینو. یکم تجربه هم بیشتر باید بشه. سکه ایدو خیلیه.
And Bait capitalize.
And dude, like, credit to Bait all across this round. They were so active at every moment. Like, they stopped the long rush because they're so quickly there with multiple players.
میگه نمیرسیدی میگفتم $1000 ایو.
But even in that mid-round moment where Vitality are grouping B, MPL plays through mid. He has a teammate up on... he pushes short and he has a teammate with him clearing middle. They get the info that mid's open and he instantly begins a lower tunnels flank. Like, they knew that was the B hit. Even before Essential confirmed it with that spot.
جدیدن روحیم خیلی وحشی شده در اینکه باخت ندم. مثلا 9-3 10 رو واقعا سر روحیم کامبک کرده بودم مثلا دیروز پریروز. بچه های چت نمیدونم چی یادشه. مثلا من میگفتم داداش من با ببرم این بازی، میرفتم 3K 4K میزدم میبردم، واقعا یارم هم هیچ کار نمیکردم. ولی اگه همونم من نمیزدم گیم لوز میشد. یارم یکم بهتر بیفتن ایلوب میشه.
From bad to worse here after Apex gets popped. And it's not like
یک ماه پیش خیلی بهتر از روزا چی فرق کرده؟
opportunity. Sizzy is eyes on with the orb.
از چه نظر چی؟ اوضاع چی؟
Players on B, long doors taken.
متوجه نشدم.
Vitality disadvantaged everywhere they go. Mid to B might be their best bet.
They just are never content with
اگه ایلو رو
sitting
میگی
back. They're always looking for more. Alex on a long push in behind enemy lines, and he could have a bunch of Vitality players.
نه میدونم چی رو داری میپرسی؟ اوضاع مثلا ایلوم دیگه. اون که آنالیز نمی کنم، نه دمو نمیبینم، ولی چیکار میکنیم دیگه، همون راند متوجه اشتباهات میشی، همونو درجا تو استریم هم میگم. ولی یه مچ بود دمو دیدم، به خود استریم دمو دیده بودم، ستایی رفته بودیم من و فرگمنتال ماهان، اون دموشو دیدیم اشتباه رو گرفتیم. ایلو هم که داداش ما چی شدیم دیگه، روز استریک خوردیم سنگین، تیممیت مینداخت بیسولاند میدادی میگفت جی جی، ما هم چیکار کنم.
Hey, B hits. Set play. Map is quiet.
سولو به سکر رسیدن سخته. شاید هم تا حدی غیر ممکن. برای همین میگم باید انقدر گیم بزنی، انقدر تجربه داشته باشی که خودت کری کنی.
Two guns on at the tunnels, a third lying in wait with that AWP here as well.
خودم سولو یا با 2 نفر با 3 نفر تو با ماهان دیگه ستایی هم نرفته بودیم، تا 2400 رفتیم. بعد از اون دیگه یکم سبک بازی ها شاید فرق کنه، چون جلو 2800 میفته. اونها رو تو آنالیز کردنشون یک مقدار سخت میشه، برای همون باید تو اون لول هم تجربه داشته باشی که بتونی باز خودت کری کنی. میگیری چی میگم؟ من پرفورمنسم تو اون لول یک کم اومد پایین‌تر، برای همین الان دارم داخل 2K 100 انقدر میزنم. واقعا قابل پیش بینی هست. آره خب اون یکم سرکلشون فرق داره. منتها این سری اگه من برسم به 2400 داداش تا بالاترش هم میرم. اتفاقا این پرو پلیرها انقدر با هم بازی کردن سبک بازیشون دستشونه. آره نصفش که کانفیدنس و منتالیتیه قطعا. 100 حرفت درسته. و اینکه پرو پلیرها واقعا دلش باشون سخته. مانسی اوریجا استاتاش تو فیسیت بد نشون میدن بعد این گیم پشمات بریزه.
But the extra worrying caveat there is it's 3 in succession from the major and this would be the 4.
می‌دونی چیه؟ تو تا 2500 ایلو رو با ایمت میتونی بری، حتی بالاتر. فقط تو بازی تیمیه که استرات مهمه و پرو پلیرها اینا همشون ایم دارن. مهم اینه که کی چجوری دوئل بزنه، مثلا با فلش بیت کنه اشتباه
and kind of shore up this map again.
They left B to re-clear middle together. They find Apex getting into CT spawn. Now you know this is an A play. Alex is locked in along. That's Sizzy getting a bit jump scared on short. Does miss his shot. Only a tag. Alex in a great position. Last round of the half here, and Bait have the advantage. They're just
Aferin.
not ready for a second lurker at long. This should be a trade, but ZywOo can't connect. That's bomb on long. That's a disaster, and that's the round gone in front of your very eyes. There is simply no way to win this one. Alex is playing with his food as it gets closer.
نه
and
ندیدم
closer.
بازیشو.
So do Bait to this
جیو ولی
round.
دیدم 13 اینطورا باخت. من کلیپش که شیرو 1000 تا میستاد رو دیدم.
On this CT side, Bait
پشت رمپ با آب وایستاده بود
absolutely
کلی
besting
میستاد.
Team Vitality.
Yeah, one gun round in this map for Vitality on that T-half.
Wow.
And if it weren't for the pistol, this could have been even more one-sided.
Yeah, and let me recount those losses that we were just
دانک
talking about, right?
چیز
The
دیگه.
last one was to the Falcons. They also lost to
کامنتار
Browns
مثلا
as
میخوندم
well.
مثلا میگفتن تو انتظار داری دانک به سطح بازی شیرو داخل اون مپ تیت نشه.
On that very map at Astana, had a great string of results. So this is a bit of a name out of that category. Not the name you'd expect.
خیلی تاثیر داره قلم این AFK کردن. من
Somehow, some way,
یه بازی بود
earning it
من
as
خود یه
well.
مدت داخل یه تیم بازی میکردم که البته شاید با همون تیم تورنمنت اکسید هم ترای بدیم هنوز مشخص نیست.
I mean,
اون تیم ما یه تورنمنتی رفتیم و تورنمنت سطح پایین ایران دیگه. ما 12-7 عقب بودیم. من تایمت گرفتم گفتم همه سکوت کنیم. مغزمون ریست بشه. بردیم اوورتایم بردیم
It's also
بازی.
really hard to call this game for Apex. Think about some of the rounds he had on his own, right? He walks out that mid to B smoke, he gets shot in the back. He's on catwalk, he gets flash pushed. You know, Apex is getting disrupted the whole T side. He can never get a lurk off, never find an entry.
آره واقعا همینه. تایمت گرفتم گفتم هیچ حرفی نزن مثلا.
Well,
30 ثانیه
yeah,
سکوت.
that one ain't on ZywOo. That's Bait keen with it. Gets his one at least. You'll take that when he's insta-gushed, but now you've got to hold the line. You got two players trapped over towards Gandalf, and Rob's just spamming on this smoke. Flames trying to hold on.
بعد تیممون هم اولین تجربه تورنمنت بود.
Essential, that's mad. Bait with the pistol.
That's not essential, that's required.
Vitality
It
dot
absolutely melt Vitality on Dust 2.
I cannot believe it.
بالاترین سطح که خب تو نمیدونی هیچ وقت کامیونیکیشناشون بیرون پابلیک نمیشه که تو ببینی چی شده. ولی احتمالاً دارن دیگه.
And even with all these whiffs for Bait,
رو وایتالیتی بستی علی؟
a flick of the wrist for Essential. And a 1v2, blink and you miss it. Apex tries
سیتی
to
ساید هم 8
scout
ران
a bit.
گرفته. 22 تی هم
Joe by
گرفته.
side,
B8
a viable force buy,
قشنگ داره میزنن.
but still, Sizzy is not giving them anything. Both scouts hammering middle. And just, you can see ZywOo is just not feeling it. He was on Mirage, he was a demon on that first map. Oh, and now you're getting smoke shot, boys. If it wasn't already bad. Good luck, Robs.
بهشون میخوره دست باز باشن اصلا بهشون میاد کامل. اوی.
Oh, line up for Robs.
اوه رابز راند رو نجات میده داشت قدر این راند رو باید میدونستی.
Like something crazy could happen. That is a
اوی.
3K.
فلیمزی قدر این راند رو بدونه داشت
Moving it
بگیر.
onto Flames 1v2. Damage onto Sizzy already. So a one shot to the Deagle or the Scout.
Is there a better gun? Yeah, Khalil picked up, but Flames doesn't like his odds. And saving in this round. Not meant to be. Bait 10-4 up.
I can't believe how clean this is for
Yeah,
Bait.
everything has gone right. It's been a well-called game.
And just like throughout the entire series, they've been the guys applying all the pressure. They're the only team that could have 2-0'd this. Vitality might have been close, but they were never actually in that position where they could have. Bait got to map point first on Mirage. They were able to win on Inferno, and now Dust 2, they are just storming the board. And they've been playing the better game. It's
Paris
been super
nefse.
active. They had the right reads. The individuals are all here. Sizzy is
چه اتفاقی
out-walking
افتاد؟
Zywoo every step of the way.
And while I agree with your
الان که خب میدونم سر چی داری میگی وایتالیتی داره میبازه قبلش چی شد من گوشی اومدم تنش جوش یک ساعت دیگه برق میره الان
and
میام
they were 9-3 up on Inferno. Bro, they were 4 rounds away from this series being done. Now they're getting obliterated on the third map. So both teams have had their chances, but now Bait are the ones seizing it.
And because Vitality went for that force, you know, their next gun round is coming when Bait are on 11. And if you don't win your first gun round on this CT side, the series is over. Bait are going to the playoffs.
کلا میگی پاریس نحسه what the fuck خود طرفدار وایتالیتی هم نیستی کشور نحسیه دیگه همینی که هست هستش نحسه همین عشقی نحسه حال نمیکنم با فرانسه حال نمیکنم با کشورش
Is there anything left in the tank? Flash set up on short. Zywoo and Flames. And this hopeful Galil. Put to use. Back into a mid to be. Oh, what?
آره از اون نظر آره
Essential. Robs is here as well. They find Flames in CT before the smoke comes up and they get past Robs with no issues. So a quick change of direction here for Bait. Put some distance between themselves and that stack. They're on to 11.
Oh dear.
Nothing
to talk about here for Vitality. They have just never got going in this third and final map.
بازی ده داشت چیشو بگیرم
51 and 8 on Dust 2.
گران هم نتونست بگیره اینور بگرفت
It
نگرفت
feels like you can even see it written on their faces. Like they can't believe this.
ترور گران هم نداد بیاد ایول ایول
Autopilot right now, getting thrown around wherever Bait take him.
Yeah, and just the lack of connecting shots at Zywoo in this game has been so apparent. Multiple chances, multiple head-to-heads against Sizzy, losing pretty much all of them. You know, in winnable positions, and nothing connecting. And it's not like anyone else is there to pick up the slack. There's one for Zywoo on the break. Tries it again. Gets revenged by Alex. 4v4 and Bait are licking their lips at the opportunity to not just win this game, but to destroy Vitality. This round would make that a reality. There's only one man home.
Now you hear him going mid to B, you tell Robs, look, you got to do something, you got to put up some big numbers here or else this one's over, and they're saving.
Burning.
Robs burns alive. And so Bait, a clean sweep all the way to the finish line. Save call has to come in for Vitality. If they want anything to play with in this next round.
سیو چی برو 11-5 کن دیگه تو لو داری من چی اوورتایم میخوای بری ناموسن
In the map.
I don't think that's going up anytime soon. They should save. This would be audacious to even move in, but they go grab the AWP and get out. So
البته به واسه هم دیگه جی جی قطعی
Vitality
حداقل دیگه شانس دارن
they can.
حال درسته حال سیفیه در واقع
Bait with the most incredible run.
یوتیل هم نداشتن
It's one thing to
ببین من عجول بودم دیدین من عجولانه تصمیم گرفتم به همین دلیله که من با جیل نیستم
No point have they let the pressure off where if they let Vitality in. Zywoo gets his 5v4 in middle, he goes back for more, and that death offers up the B side.
Dude, this is Vitality in their like home nation receiving one of like the worst beatings that this squad's ever received. One rifle round in a playoff deciding map 3. Dust 2, their former, go-to map. And sure, the Major threw up some questions, but you thought they were going to return this season and have Dust 2 under wraps. They have been annihilated.
Right.
Rob's AWP.
اسکلتون چقدر خوشگله آجی.
Mezzi with it, it's a 5v3.
Not a 3v5.
You'd want to say that's enough for Vitality, but nothing's been sacred.
اون
in this
خط
game.
پیک رابس داشت، رابس غیرتر از این حرفه. وقتی لرکر آب میزنه همچه اتفاق میفته.
Smoke in their way. Sizzy will get his. They lose Alex on the lurk.
سیزی خط
2
راست
versus
اسم
3
بودش.
now. Molly in at the window. And a push on the back of it. They didn't know essential. With the
تک به تک
craziest
زایبو
move,
سیزی.
and it comes down to this. Counter-Strike's perfect AWP versus the young gun, and Sizzy gets it done. Beta going to the playoffs.
GG,
A
GG.
shocking upset as they thwart Vitality, dominating them on Dusty.
بده مرد. پاپی تو. اب نداره حالا سری بعد سری بعد. داداش بد تی سایت زد ناموسن قبول دارم. واقعا وایتالیتی دیگه هرچی داشت تو ترای کرد نتونستی.
Taken down and smoked here on the last map. When my goodness, was it a show of force from B8?
این همه ترش تاک کرد آخرش باخت.
I've got Yanko and a lot.
الان این فشار رویش خیلی بیشتر تو ترش تاک نکنی. الان همینه که نباید ترش تاک کرد. یاد بگیر. درس اخلاقی امروزمون.
So far, I know GG how we're able to beat Spirit, but that was in a best of 1 for B8 to beat Vitality in a best of 3 series to qualify for the.
از ببینم تلگرام کی پیام داد بچه‌ها یه لحظه باش. خب 1 ساعت دیگه تا قطعی برق. اون 1 ساعت ما چیکار میکنیم اگه گفت ببینم کی درست میگه، ببینم کی درست بعد اسکرین نشون میدم. عشق من آقا فرزان، مرسی که بودی تو استریم عزیزم. خیر خواب نیست، خواب بعد قطعی برقه. به به بخش شیرین استریم ما. اسکین هایی که پولش نداری بخری. معتاد شدم من فرزان به این سروره. هیچی بندم با این دوپلرت بود. شیر زدم من، یا زشت شد. پترناش به نظر چیا داره؟ چون چنج نمیتونم بدم، پترن نداره اون پس. این چی؟ شرنگی بزنیم بچه ها. اورنج بزنم، من خودم همیشه اورنجم. تایگر توست میشه گلاس چی بزنم؟ همون ستی که خودم همیشه دوست دارم. ایول آره اون پلاس فردا میزنیم آقا فردا. دمت کل دیگه بابت پلاست. مرسی عزیزم. امروز که دیگه نمیتونم برقمون میره 1 ساعت دیگه. حل احتمالا ندیده ماهان. من از سرویس تشکر میکنم ازت. بهشم میگم. بعد اون گیم باختیم دیگه دیفن کرد رفت ماهان. این کار بیشون انترش بشه. دمت کل گرم آقا فردا انرژی دادی واقعا. مرسی. باید تشکر کرد دیگه داداش. بیادبی تشکر نکنی. وای بر من به این فیلیپ. یه ست قرمز و سبز بزنیم بچه بعد اسینون ببندیم. برم شام بخورم بعدش هم دیگه برقمون میره. امشب ریز جدیدم اونم کاراشو بکنیم دیگه. حالا اداریش انجام بشه که آپلود کنیم. یه ست قرمز مشکیش داریم. مشکی بایستا. این کارامبیت اوکیه. بذار کارامبیت آتوترونیک بزنم با گلاوز مشکیه. با اینم اون AK مشکی میخوام. اسلیت بود چی بود؟ اوهو این چه سید مشکی خفنیه. به به به. نایف عوض کنم اسکلتون بزنم. به مسکوس استیلم بالا. دارم این کاره میشم. فقط اونه که این کاره هم پترن اینا هم اهمیت میدن من نمیدم. مثلا نمیکشی زشته چه. not bad. مسکوس استیل جالب نشده بود رو این. خب ستا رو بزنم برم کمربندم درد گرفت خسته شدم امروز. یه گرین بزنیم. بووی نایف چقدر خوشگله. خیلی نایف خسته ایه ولی باحاله. آره دیدم داماسکوس زیاد دارن با دیفالت. تو فیسیت امروز فکر کنم دیده بودم. گلاف سبز یه دونه ارزون به نسبت. خب وای هانسمن گاما پترن 1 باحال بودی. برو علی جون دمت کلی گرم داداش، مرسی که بودی امروز تو استریم داداش، مرسی بابت همه چی. روزت بخیر داداش، شبت بخیر، دمت گرم. هانسمن هیچ نایف به جز هانسمن نمیتونم بذارم. گاما فیز دیگه واقعا حال نمیکنم. شب خوش شب خوش. رنگ بندیش قشنگ نه هانسمن اوکیه، حالا هم که چون با آپ میزنم اصلا با آپ نمیاد هانسمن. مثلا یکی از هم تیمیام ایکی میزنه اون مثلا هانسمن داره خیلی بهش میاد، اون تو به من نمیاد واقعا. الان دارم میزنم گلاس اولترا وایلنت گفت این $600 که $800 شد تا اینجا داداش. این خیلی خوشگلا ولی انیمیشنش نمیاد. پترن بنفش این میشه پترن 7 یادم باشه. هفت با ما هم پترن بنفش بنفش. آره نداره خود بگردم خیلی آخه دیستی نمیداره. این مثلا بزنیم ببین فرقی نکرد. فکر نمی کنم بنفشش داره اصلا نمیدونم خیلی بالاوه خیلی میاد به مثلا با آب هم میاد. نور هم بیارم تو سایه، این تو سایه خنک. بد نیست اینا. به نسبت خب قابل قبوله، بستم نیست ولی خب قابل قبوله. نایفایی که صداشون هم فرق داره خیلی خوبه. آره بنفشش زیاد چی نیست، زیاد نیست بنفشش، یک کوچولو اون تمام داره. کلیپ نایف چرا گند زدن بهش صداشو میگی آره صداش داغون شد. یه گلوز بزنم. چی بزنم مثلا موتور گلاو. اینو مثلا بذارم با استیلتو سفید. فیلد ایجنت. ایجنت یا گلاوزه. داداش نمیبینم نیستش. فولد شد. اشتباه گفتی اسمشو. فیلد نداریم. فولد هم نیست. فیلد ایجنته پیدا کردم. نومدی تایپش میشه. جالبه. با اسپشیالیست ولی کلا حال نمیکنم. گلاوزش نه هند رپ و اینا بیشتر حال میده تا کامیدی بگیرم. اسپشیالیست باز فقط تو نوشت اینجوری نوشت. داداش کیو بذار داداش. کیو بذار. کریمسون. کریمسون وب یا کیمیا گفت. این خوشگله آره. یکم بافت داره ببین اینجاش جوری بهت بگم. جالبه. بقیه یه جوریه. پترن فول رد. یعنی چی فول رد کجاش دیگه قرمز مثلا میشه. پترن دو. فلتس $3000. آها فلتس $3000 و این پترن میشه $50,000 تا گرفتم. این یه تیکه اینجاش قرمز شده ایوه قشنگه. این میدونم با چی ببندی بذار بهت بگم. با خدای نایف ها. حال کردی گلاوز روی بستم. حال کردی فقط هی داره جیش میزنه. نایفم. داشت داره دستم میاد اسکین باز دارم میشن. راستی میخواستم استاتس مانوسی بهت نشون بدم. داداش این پشما مانوسی آن رنگه هنوز رنگ باز نکرد. این استاتسش اوریجه. اوریج کیش از من پایین تره که. اوریج اومده پایین. اوریج 24 اینطورا بود. مثلا ریتینگ هم مثلا اوریج بود 1.60. الان اومده پایین. سیزن قبل اینجوری بود. میتونم ببینم سیزن قبلشو. ببین سیزن 8 شو کیدی 1.77. 1.77 کیدیشه. اوریج 1.46. دانک. چی نوشته؟ دانک آره کیدینش بالاتره. اوریجش ولی پایین تره. منتها کانسیستنسی داره. کانسیستنسی داشتن روی این اوریج بالا واقعا کار سخته. یعنی باید دیگه باید های ایمپکت مثلا طلایی بزنی که اوریجت بشه این دیگه. و قرمز نداره کلا سفیده. یه قرمز پیدا کرد. سفید سبز سبز سفید سبز سبز. آن رنگاشو ببینم. یکی دو تا سه تا چهار تا پنج تا شش تا. 6 تا لوز زد 4 تا وین کرد. آره. آقا ما بریم دیگه. اولیش خودم رو ببینم. اه. اه. نه خود فیسیت گفت دیگه. گفتش که اونایی که ایلوشون بالای بیشتر دراپ میشن که از این تورم ایلو جلوگیری بشه. سر اونه که زیاد دراپ خورد. آقا عشقای من دمتون گرم که امروز بودید استریم. مرسی از دونیشن ها علی فستر و آقا نیمای گل. دو تا دونیت های امروز. دمتون کلی گرم. هیچ بسته نمیشه. یکی از دوستان لول 5 بود. از 10 تا مچ 8 تا برد. اصلا بالا بود که دیگه. باز 5 باز کرد. داشت فیسید گفتش بالاتر هم ممکنه مثلا 7 بده 8 بده. 5 دیگه نامردیه. 8 تا وین 5. چند کجای 5 بود اینم مهمه. مثلا اوایل 5 نباشه. چسبیده به 6. جدی آنلاکی شده جدی. لول 7 چند تا ایلو میخواد؟ 1250 توه. 1350. لول 6 ببخشید. 1200. آقا شبتون بخیر. ما بریم فردا هم لایو میشیم. بریم ایلو رو جبران کنیم دیگه. بوست بهت آقا فرزان. دمت کلی گرم. مرسی که بودی توی استریم ازم. برم فقط نشده واقعا. نیم ساعت دیگه برق قطعه. آقا فعلا بای بای. خدافظ.